stealing your car. That one. Yep. That's all right. They can have it. Air bump, virtual bump. Yeah. Uh, well, it's close. It's close. Yeah. Much. Yeah. It just gets weirder. Right. Okay. Annuity. Yes, I did. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Birdman's in. Birdman's in. Victor Johnson. Yeah. Well done, Birdman. There he
Can
is.
y'all see me?
He's right there on the screen. You can't see him. I can see him. He can see him. I am
How y'all doing?
alive.
Y'all at kick butt?
They're a kick.
Okay. I've been trying for the last 20 minutes. Yeah, okay. Well, I heard one time you was trying to get me in, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. Uh huh. Okay. Because I was getting ready to go to Facebook and send y'all a message to let you know I was trying to get in.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay. I can't. I just see you two on stage.
Out of my attic type masks. It looks like
Uh huh.
it looks like a cup on your face with
Okay.
the little wire on your nose. If you can if the mask isn't sitting too tightly on your face, you can sing. You can sing. You can talk. It's doable.
Also another rule: try to remain at least apart, 6 feet apart.
Wait. Yeah, the social distancing, 6 feet apart. And look, me and Lane are gonna demonstrate the open mic COVID hug. Check, wasn't that cool?
Yeah.
I'm feeling all warm and fuzzy right now.
Oh.
Okay, so lost in thought. Do you want to go ahead and start with a piece?
Sure, why
Are you feeling all warm and fuzzy right now? More like hot. The heat index is like 100 degrees.
not? Yeah, I'm a little
Yes.
sweaty.
It's freaking boiling.
How you doing, Tom? Let me get that in there
I'm
right quick.
good, man. Good to
Yeah.
see you. I didn't, man.
Okay, wait. I know this is a dumb question, but I gotta ask. Lost in thought, do you have new shit? Yes, he does. Okay, I gotta tell you, this man is a poet the way Prince was a songwriter. This this
God.
this guy could probably write a poem while he's taking a dump, and he probably has. But that's beside the point. So, do you want to go ahead and do something?
Sure.
Okay, so Ernie, you want to give him a little bit of stinger while you're texting?
Yeah, we didn't have audio for like the first 5 minutes, so
Oh shit.
I was working on that, but I think I got it going. And then I had echo on Birdman and Tom, so I had to fix that.
Uh,
But I think I got it all now.
all we see over here, Ernie B, is the top of your head. Oh, there you go. Hello. But yeah, give Lane a little bit of stinger, and I'll leave the stage.
All right.
All right, premiering some new shit tonight live at Kick Butt Coffee. We have Lost in Thought.
Yeah.
I was going to walk here tonight, but decided to take a lift instead. I wanted to put my headphones in my ears and forget the world for a while, be in my head, just not worry about a lot. But what it means to be responsible has changed fast in these past months. It's no longer just showing consideration by saying please or thank you, holding open doors and driving safely. This new landscape has shown who your real friends are and who really is considerate enough to consider the lives of others. I know of a few people. One is a Trump supporter who doesn't believe in vaccines and is going to the beach this weekend. She doesn't want to take anything that was made in a lab, she says. And she supports transgendered and gay rights, she professes. Kind of funny she says that after some of the decisions Trump has made lately. I know someone else who I thought was liberal, smart enough to not be for Trump, and even mourn the loss of some friends due to the COVID crisis. And just a month later, he's agreeing that he doesn't want to take anything made in a lab. Reducing medical advancements in science into the desiccation of paranoia that sacrifices reason and possibly his own life in the process. And this same person didn't want to be near me about 4 months ago because I had called in sick. The one that was affected by deaths caused by the coronavirus is now saying he only wore a face mask once when he was forced to. When you do that, it is not only a suicide attempt, it is an assassination. Much like the people in my apartment complex who still act like we're in 2019. Their kids running around crazy, mouths completely uncovered, their laughter taken away from innocence as the waves of their voice are poisonous, laced with who knows what, infecting the air and whoever else with the arsenal of assault rifles they've got geared up inside of their mouths. This sign that you'll be fined $1,000, laying out the consequences of what could happen if you don't walk into an establishment without safeguarding your face, is a very good measure to take. But why are we not applying the same rules to the individual? We can't hold businesses accountable and tell the patrons it is not their responsibility, because it very much is. Our system is showing its cracks in the armor. Lives are being lost not only due to this virus and the stupidity of people still thinking it's okay to party in the streets, but because of the very people we pay to protect and serve us. And it doesn't matter that true virtue and honor still exists amongst some in the police force, because a few bad apples is bound to infect the entire basket due to the people that are making this analogy know nothing about cooking. Reform and repair is not only necessary, but it has become essential. As essential as the very people putting their lives on the line by checking you out at cash registers and serving you food. The least you can do is not be an inconsiderate monster and make it any more risky than it is by saying it's a rights thing as an excuse to cover your face. Because your rights won't matter once you're dead. We've got a wolf in the henhouse trying to rule the country, and he's not even smart enough to describe himself as a sheep. Instead, he bares his teeth and is all bark, rapidly tearing into your rights as you sit there, and you'll do anything for him. His decisions and endeavors are purely out of intimidation. But it's not a deal you're trying to land. It's our lives and our freedom. And you stand there yelling and screaming while laughing your ass off while being without shame. And it's not brave. It's not smart. And it's certainly not saintly. It's amoral and ridiculous. And we are becoming a nation of fools. And while there may be some truth that this was a planned epidemic, that's no excuse to be stupid and selfish enough to risk the lives of others. Because however it got here, it's here. Sure, look for the truth, but try not to massacre everyone in the process. And sometimes, conspiracy theories, especially touted by extreme far-right Trumpsters, I think, is just easier to believe in, to dream up, because it's far more scary to know that you have no control over something so unknown. So we invent things that we have control over. And just because someone is liberal doesn't make them smart. As some of these unmasked serial killers are fellow progressives that do an injustice to the cause by just not being informed. I am afraid that this man will still win a second term because he's done it before. We've seen elections get stolen before. I'm afraid for innocent black lives being decimated, not for being mistaken to have a firearm, not for driving outside the rules, but just for simply existing, and assumptions being made out of perception and not intuition. I'm afraid that civil rights will erode, and then making gay marriage legal will not mean shit, because you can still be denied at the door of an emergency room, and it doesn't matter if you're dying, because your life doesn't fucking matter. I'm afraid that the endeavors of my life will not be given a chance, that I will have to keep apart from others for the rest of my life, and my life will only be defined by what I have not done in the past, that there will be no romantic partners, no touring the world, because who's going to need that when you have to keep yourself as this constant bomb shelter, keep sanitized, remain cautious, and live in a constant state of fear that it could be you at any second. Because I don't want to die having not done what I've wanted to do, and I just don't want to die. But in the midst of all this, I have hope. I have hope we are making progress, that we are becoming more socially aware than we ever have been, that this devastating disease, as terrible as it is showing us what is wrong with this picture, that we can be informed, that we can vote, we can use our voice. Despite the numbers growing here in the US, many of us are still smart enough to not party like it's 1999. And that even though we want to go over to that friend we haven't seen in what seems like forever, and just hug them and tell them everything is going to be okay, we can't. We have to be responsible. But we can still tell that friend, everything is going to be okay. That we will get out of this. That this will not just disappear, but with work, and with maintaining the rules, and with supporting things like medical science, and knowing that no, Jenny McCarthy is not a doctor. We can slow this down, and maybe one day make it much less of a threat. And when that day comes, we can go out again. But there is so much more to do beyond the virus, because there is a lot in our society that is just infected and needs to be cleaned. This is a time of change. This is our history in the making. Cue the dramatic music.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't think Ernie has dramatic stinger music. Do you, Ernie B?
No, they're just numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been the same way for 10, 11 years now. And you guys still,
Yeah.
oh, give me something dramatic, dude. It's just not. It just says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what they are. They're just.
I think the closest one on that list, and I don't know what number it is, that could be called dramatic, is that one that kind of sounds like spy music.
Yeah, there are some that are dramatic or more than others, but I just don't know which ones they are. You know.
Can you relabel them?
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to go. Which? No,
Like
no,
sure.
I can't relabel them.
Okay. All
We
right,
can
we'll give it up for Lost in Thought.
Hey,
I can tell he actually wrote that like what, 10 minutes ago maybe?
Earlier today.
Well, cuz you had mentioned about taking a lift.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Good God, that's timely. He just wrote that."
Okay, you
Wow.
guys, Tom and Birdman, you can see me now, right?
We can see you.
I can't.
Down here in the corner.
White
Okay,
mask.
I just see, what is that, your left arm? That's all I see is your left arm.
I see both arms.
Well, you should see
And
both
it-
bars. I
Right.
don't know, but well,
I'm a little bit on a
it might be
delay.
configured a little different, but
You're fine. Wonderful. Thanks for being.
oh,
I can't even
good ones,
see me.
Lawson. He gave you an applause, Lane.
Okay.
Ah.
Wait.
Thank you.
He's gonna introduce you. Okay. Ernie B, you gonna bring up
Okay.
The next. Just waiting for you. Cool. Sorry. And coming up to the stage, man. Haven't said that in a while. Coming up to the stage, she's back. Welcome,
Yeah.
the masked poet.
Yay, Maggie. Yay, Maggie. Yay.
It's mask poet, Tom. Get it straight. I have the mask on, not just the face mask. Not the mandatory mask I'm forced to wear. All right. So, normally I'd have a whole bunch of pageantry, but I'm playing to a crowd of 3 people and a bartender.
And us. And us.
And a couple people on the line, but you can't really see the whole like shtick, and so I'm just gonna read my poetry. As if you didn't know, my name is the Masked Poet. I'm a professional wrestling. I'm studying to be a professional wrestling referee. Then I've done bad things in the wrestling business last night. I actually had people hate me.
It's not possible.
Oh, it was so much fun getting hissed at. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read some poems that I wrote. First day back to school. So many new faces. It was a tough workout. Pops gassed us. At least I wasn't. One of the beginners. One of the beginners to puke. That was bad. It was a rough Friday. Pop was hard as hell on me. I reached the point where I had enough. Enough with all this exercise. Enough with this constant yelling. Somehow Pops knew I had reached my point. So he did something unlike him. He praised me. It changed everything. Class still sucks. It's hot as hell. I'm getting gassed, and then there's the running. I hate every minute of it. The non-stop bumping. I've had enough, yet I still somehow make it through class. Barely able to stand. To return to do it all again. I have no idea why, but something in me is determined. Man, was it a tough night. The crowd ate me alive. My 3 counts suck. I was not having that night. You know who was silent? Pops. You know, I must have done something right. Even when I went off script, my total hero moment, which made my night. Class is getting harder. Every class we run, then roll, then bump, run the ropes for a bit. Thanks to the tough workout, by the end of class, I'm gassed. Tonight I lived my dreams in wrestling. There is good guys and bad guys. Tonight I became a bad guy. I dreamed of this since I was a teenager. All it took was a simple bribe and a fast count of 1, 2, 3. I was hated so much. I took a beating as I left the show. Oh, how glorious was tonight. All right, that's all I got.
Oh, more.
up for Maggie, the mass poet.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
Mass
sorry.
poet.
One thing that Ernie has taught me, though, because I've been in the entertainment business with Ernie for 10 years, and I remember because sometimes he like plays to a tiny crowd, sometimes he plays to a big crowd, and one thing that he's kind of drilled into me is like, whether there's 3 people or 300, your show is the same. It
Yep.
always kicks ass. Yes.
Well, no, that's not quite right.
Okay, wait.
Whether
Okay.
it's 3 people or 3,000 people, you always perform. You should always perform like there's always 3,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there's 3 people.
Yeah.
Give it your all.
Yeah.
Also true.
Well, yeah, but that's.
Well, yeah.
I'm talking about your performance in general, not
Yeah.
you. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah. And anybody's.
Yeah, well, we're trying to figure that out because they do hit us with copyrights, but it's not a strike against us. Like when we played Birdman's music a couple weeks ago, they just wanted us to acknowledge the copyright that somebody else owned it, and that was it.
Oh.
So it was fine. But not everyone's that easy. Some people will put a strike against your page, like because we're streaming on the YouTube. Kickbutt's YouTube page, their channel, also.
Yeah, we're streaming live on YouTube.
So if you get a strike, you get 3 strikes. They'll ban your
channel. Shit.
So we got to figure out exactly how because they do pay ASCAP and BMI to play music here, in the venue. But this is the digital streaming. It's a different thing. So we're just kind of taking it, one step at a time to see what happens. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe they'll come down on us in a couple of weeks. We don't know, but so far, so good.
Question. So if I did an a cappella song, I'd probably get smacked down for it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
See, we don't know. We don't know yet.
Okay.
Like I said, with Birdman's intro, they just had us acknowledge the copyright, and that was fine. So when you pull up that video later, you'll see Rick James copyright, blah, 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 blah.
So if I had sang that little snippet of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road live, I might get something on it?
Probably.
Shit.
It just depends. It really, we don't know. This is
Okay.
uncharted territory for us, so,
Like, she sang it really badly, but that sounded like Yellow Brick Road.
Hey, I told you what happened when I posted Bob Beetle when he did.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and they got me. They said they couldn't play it because it was copywritten. So I'm like, yeah,
Sounded
okay,
way
no
too
problem.
much like Dylan.
Where's the Misty spray?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so we're making some adjustments here. I mean, honestly, it's like sanitize, don't touch, right? Don't get near me. I swear, earlier before we actually started the show, I was walking up to Lost in Thought, and I was showing Patrick, the bartender. I was like, check it out. And I was walking toward Lost in Thought, and he was backing up and backing up. I was like, look, I have a force field. Look. I know. I'm being a dork, but
it's an adjustment for everyone.
Yeah,
everyone,
I'm not saying I'm casual about it. I'm not, by no means. But like I've mentioned before, I've been working at Walgreens pretty much since Christmas, so
you haven't stopped since this happened.
Yeah, I've had time to adjust.
Socially distant brains.
And so, I mean, like, putting sanitizer on and putting a mask on is a pretty normal thing for me now. So, I mean, and like,
She's schooling me.
I'm schooling them because
Yes.
they're coming in with like alcohol swabs and like, woo! And I'm
Yeah,
like, guys, get over yourselves.
Yeah, I wiped down my phone when I got here.
Yeah, he did. And
He wants to sanitize against himself
yeah, he was going to sanitize his own.
because you don't know where he's been.
Especially when he touches himself. He's like, woo, I don't know where this hand has been. Anyway. Okay.
When I think about me, I sanitize myself. Oh.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was gonna sing it, but
That's the Divinyl song. I touched myself. The
Yeah.
Divinyl.
That's
And
when they start selling antibacterial lube.
We were-
Boom, boom. Thank you.
We were just talking about that. So I was asking Hot Tamale yesterday, Imagine the first day that singer brought the song to the band. And
Yeah.
she's saying those lyrics, and the bass player looks over at the drummer like, "Did she just say what I think she said?" Like,
Yeah, she said it. She said she sang it. It was a big hit.
it was a big hit. And then when the royalty checks came in, they were like, "Okay, she can sing that all night. I don't care."
And today
can sing that all day.
Today that song is tame.
That's like that bit from Eddie Murphy when James Brown turned around and starts talking to the band. Reuben, yeah, Reuben, yeah, Reuben, yeah, and the band be like, "What the fuck is James talking about?" I don't know. We getting paid. Keep singing. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so I am going to bring up somebody next to the virtual stage because, and like I said, we're still adjusting. So if I got everyone out of order, I do apologize.
See, I could I might have been hit for copyright for that because that was an Eddie Murphy bit.
Yeah, but it was less than 10 seconds. You're perfectly fine.
Well, we'll see.
10 seconds, no problem.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just thought about that. Like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, you totally messed with my mojo there.
Okay, start again. Take two.
Okay. So coming up next to the virtual stage, we have Tom Moonbird.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by.
Testify. Testify. Have you ever bear witness to the birthing of a poet when Albert Hofstadter initiated Patricia Fisk by the magic words? He said, "You are a poet." Or when Rick Williams published tiny petal flower poems in the literary column of the Austin Chronicle. Or when some young Turk comes into Kickbutt coffee shop on a Sunday night and is actually heard and responded to and is totally astonished. Or when elder poets take a young buck or doe under their wing and teach them metaphor, simile, rhyme, scansion, rhythm, so they can fly out of the cage of silence, embrace the eternal mystery, and extend the talking stick to new initiates. We have all been privy to grace and miracles, friendship, folly, and repeat, as if the wheel of karma would not crush our tiny, chrysalis bubble dreams. Because we can, because we will, because tonight we will repeat the miracle.
All right, give it up for Tom Moonbird. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually what? Would it?
You know, it feels good to hear the music, the stinger music, coming through the sound system
through the
again.
speakers again.
Yeah, here in the club, it sounds, you know, and not just on headphones.
You're home again. It's wonderful. It's like a movie, home again.
Yeah. Maggie stepped out. She had to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But she read a poem.
Woo!
But we're gonna keep doing this here from the venue.
And yeah, we're gonna try and keep broadcasting, even though Ernie has to set up like 3 times as much equipment.
It's worthwhile. You're back home. You're gonna
But
bring new life
it's
into
definitely
it.
doable, and we have Wi-Fi. So.
One thing I should mention though too, you know, I always push the bar. You see that table, hot tamale?
What?
How you can order certain things?
Okay.
Grubhub.
No. That's not where you order. That's where you pick it up.
Yeah, but
But
don't forget, Kickbutt is still on Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash.
and order pickup. No, just kidding. That's not a thing. But,
Hey, will they come to Houston?
Well, if you're willing to pay for it, there'd be a damn
You
good sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a delivery charge.
Find someone rich who's hungry.
Hey, one time we when I used to work with this production company down in the valley, South Texas, that band Rat.
Yes.
You've heard of them, Rat?
Round and
Yeah.
round.
Well,
Okay.
we were doing that show. Well, I was working with the Atlanta Rhythm section. I was doing a show
Right.
with them, and Rat was in town on the other end of the valley, and some of our team was over there doing production for that show. Well,
Right.
the singer and the lead guitar player weren't getting along,
I remember hearing
I mean,
about
big
this.
time. I mean, like talking like, and they got into a fist fight on stage during sound check.
Wow.
And and they stopped and they never finished sound check, and they took off, and the crew was like, okay, that's it. They did the show, and after the show, Warren DeMartini, he was the lead guitar player. He paid one of our crew guys, one of our stagehands, he paid him like $250 to drive him to Corpus in his car, because he didn't want to ride in the bus with the rest of the band. He's like, I'll give you $250, take me to Corpus, and the guy was like, okay,
Yeah. Taxi.
And
Price
But
of fame.
honestly, I mean, me and Ernie lived on a tour bus, and sometimes I wouldn't agree with the guys, but that's what your personal bunk is for.
Mm-hmm.
You just go up there, plug in your phone, and stay by yourself. It's doable. Of course,
Lonely
the only
killer.
problem is when you jump down to go to the bathroom, then you run into everybody.
well, you're living in a giant thermos bottle with 6 or 10
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah, and the sleeping area is built for like 12 people, and it's about the size of this stage.
And then you get out and you go to the stage and you go to work with them
yeah.
all night,
Yeah.
and then you get back in. You're in each other's business for months.
It's like a dorm room on wheels
Probably can't
Yeah.
do that now.
with no pizza delivery.
It reminded me of college. We had they called them ungers, and we would go over in Europe, or we would travel through the states for 30 days, and that's the way it was. It was, it was like when you walk by somebody, you actually had to turn sideways,
Yeah.
to get through it. So yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That actually happened once. Once I was talking, like I was saying, we're working with this country band, and I was once talking with the lead guitar player, and we just kept talking back and forth, and then we walked through the bunk area, kept talking, la 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 la, and all of a sudden the lead singer goes, "Hey Ernie, could you get your girl out of here?" And I looked down, and everybody was putting pants on. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
They were changing.
That was way too many jockey shorts at one time. I was like,
But you get so used to being with each other, It's
you don't really think twice about it.
So-
And I was like, oh shit, the lead singer wears blue underwear. Gotta go.
And plus, in the little hallway in the where the bunks are, it's not very wide, so you're basically looking face to face to each other. You're not really looking down.
You're not looking down.
Yeah.
So that's how that happened.
Like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
We just kept talking. I was like, oh.
I walked in on the tour manager, who was a female,
who's a girl.
also. Yeah, and I walked into her, and she was in her panties. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She just laughed. She goes, it's okay, it's okay. But
It happens all the time.
I shut the door real fast.
That does remind me of a.
Uh-oh.
One. It
Golden
does
Girls.
make me think of an episode of Roseanne
Oh, Roseanne. Okay.
where,
Roseanne,
Yes.
good night.
but they were all in an RV, right? And her sister Jackie, didn't want to be around someone, and Roseanne was like, "Well, why don't you just avoid them?" And Jackie was like, "Oh yeah, Roseanne, that's a good idea, because I think I lost him somewhere around the sink." So yeah.
Commence crickets. Everybody got that reference.
Yeah, you brought the house down with that
Yeah,
one.
check it out, man. Even the ghosts are laughing. Look
Our
at
ratings
this.
just went up.
I know. we just went up half a viewer. Look, woo.
How
Okay,
can you go up
0.3
half a
viewers.
viewer?
it's a zombie.
They have dial up.
They have dial up.
That is a zombie.
Thank you. Okay, so I kind of want to do something right now. I think.
Do it, do
Well,
it.
wait a
do
minute.
it.
I actually didn't bring any of my new shit with
We're
me.
doing all right. We only have 2 more hours.
Gosh.
We can do it. We can do it. I got a haiku.
Well, hold on. Okay, yeah, and that's another thing. I didn't bring any of my haikus.
Oh man, see, I probably can't do the Dangerous Kitchen anymore.
Yes, you can. People forget.
Oh, that's
The
right.
copyrights.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
We'll
hold
see.
on.
We'll see. We'll get this all worked out because, like me and Goldring were talking about. Well, what about when we have live bands play, and we're streaming?
Yeah.
They play music. Sometimes they play cover songs. What's going to happen then? And he's like, well, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. Good answer. I hope he's watching.
I don't know. don't know if he's watching or not.
Okay, Lane.
Oh, Danimal's watching. He just logged in.
Lane,
Yeah.
aren't you gonna introduce me? Get your
Come
ass
on.
up here. What the hell?
See, Lane finally just got used to laying on his sofa or whatever. Introducing
Yeah.
In his boxer shorts.
Oh, okay.
No.
No. Okay. Go ahead.
I wear jockey shorts. Anyway, so
Nobody cares.
actually, I think I'm wearing underwear right now, briefs.
Jesus.
I'm actually down to my. I better do laundry tomorrow, or else
Yeah,
pair of underwear.
He's down to his spare pairs.
I have one last pair of underwear. Like, eesh, okay, it's time to do laundry.
So, here at Kick Butt Coffee for the first time in months, we have live on the stage my big sis, Little Miss Hot Tamale.
It's supposed to run from the back of the room like the Price is Right, you know. Come on down. See, now I can't say that because I'll get hit with copyright.
Okay, how's that? Okay, for those of you that are in the know, or whether or not you're a pagan or you just follow the seasons, today is the summer solstice.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Also known as Letha.
Yes.
And I am going to read a poem. Not I didn't write it for the summer solstice, but it actually seems very apropos, and it's called Fire Goddess. Fire Goddess, feel the heat. You will want to be burned to feel complete. Flames licking up your legs, feel the fire inside. Fill you with desire you don't want to hide. Burning, boiling, rubbing, writhing, riding, the heat is rising. Molten metal tempered until it is hard. Tested by fire, watch you perspire. Feel my desire flowing like lava between my thighs. Hear my moans, feel your sighs. Resist it, you can't. You want to be consumed, gripping you, pulling you. In the flames you are consumed. I am your fire goddess. Touch my heat.
Woohoo! Pele.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Ernie B. When he stepped out. Hold on.
Feel her fire. That was Hot Tamale.
Okay. I'm serious. It's like I'm also flying by the seat of my pants here too because Ernie B stepped out to go to the men's room. So he wasn't here to play the stinger and I can't access it like I usually would be able to. Okay, so I am going to give a little bit of a kind of a current event thing. Like I said, I work at Walgreens. They do not enforce masks like Kick Butt does, and I really wish they would. Because I don't know why. They didn't give me a reason. But for one thing, customers will come in, and they'll like tuck the mask under their chin and go, oh, I don't know how you do this all the time. I'm like, well, I don't want to get sick, so you kind of get used to it. Got another customer coming in. Oh, did you know you're going to get carbon dioxide poisoning? You're doing irreparable damage to your lungs. And I'm like, that'll be $750, ma'am. I don't want to engage as much as I. And you know me, I'm a Gemini. I love to talk. I love to argue.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. And also we're kind of like fundraising for a charity. And if somebody goes, oh no, I'm good, I'm okay, and I'll be like, you're okay, but are the kids okay?
Andrew.
Whoops, what happened?
Andrew wants to come in. Andrew and Reggie Goodwin want to come in.
I think I did see a call coming in.
Yeah, Andrew and 7 others.
7?
7.
Yo.
Sorry, I had to use the restroom. I had a large sweet tea and two full beers in me, so I
Oh, okay.
I had to go.
Ernie had a lot of liquid. But
We got people. They want to come in.
Wow, Tom, you got real loud all of a sudden.
yeah, I know because you kind of fixed the direct box, Ernie B. It's no more.
But no, that's okay. Oh, there's Andrew. Hold on.
Okay.
There's Andrew. And Reggie Goodwin.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, Reggie Goodwin's coming in.
Yeah.
Woo! Reggie Goodwin.
Okay, hold on.
I love this hat. It's my
calling-
style, but it's so hot.
They're calling the wrong line again.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, just letting you know, we are, for those of you that are just joining us, we are doing our first broadcast in how many months? March, April, May.
Okay, Reginald, if you can hear me.
About 4 months. We're doing our first broadcast live at Kick Butt. We are here. We had one live poet earlier, but she already left. But who is that? Okay, that's killing me. What is that?
Hold on, I'll fix it in a second. Let
Okay.
me get the call in here.
Okay.
You know how like when you call somebody and eventually it goes into voicemail? Mm-hmm. This keeps ringing like forever before it actually does something like that.
Oh.
So I'm waiting for the call to time out so I can call him back.
Oh, okay.
So it is Reginald that's calling?
Yeah.
Reggie Goodwin calling, yeah.
Woo. Okay, hold on.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is so hot. Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. Let me
That
add
is-
him.
Let me at him.
That's
Put him
wrong
up.
with-
Put him up. I'll
And
fight you
Andrew-
with one hand behind my back. I'll fight you on one foot. I'll fight you with my eyes closed.
That's like the night in Monty Python's Life of Brian or Monty Python, the Holy Grail. I'll bite your kneecaps off. And he chops off his arms and legs. I'll bite your kneecaps off. Come back, you lazy bugger.
I'll bite your legs off.
That's it.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Elderberries, yes, indeed. Not even youngsters. Ha Right in your general direction.
I'm a Gemini. I love Monty Python. Oh my God.
Yeah, me too, me too.
I think I got Reginald there.
Yep,
Reginald,
yep.
are you there? My face is sweating. Let's do this.
I am here.
All right.
Okay, I have no video. Oh, there you come.
Okay, he's coming in.
There you are.
Hey,
Reggie.
we're at Kick Butt.
Yes, and we're not.
Lane, get up here.
Okay, let me hit.
I was enjoying you.
Yeah, we are live at Kick Butt. We had one live poet, but she already left. This is our first pilot night show since March.
Yes.
So
Man.
yeah, we're trying to kind of get the excitement back up again, but with masks, sanitizing, and social distancing. See, look, check it out, watch. See?
Yes.
That's magic. I feel like a Marvel superhero.
Reggie's here.
But yeah, Ernie's got a nice. Okay, I need to take a picture of Ernie's setup right here because he really has a wicked setup over there. Let me see. Okay.
That's it. Good man. Yes.
Yeah.
Good man. Thank you. Document the miracle. No one's going to believe this. We're actually doing it.
Yeah.
We are doing it. We are doing it, and we've got the Viking Patrick behind the bar. He's helping us out.
And two fine poets.
First night shift and about as long. Yeah. Okay.
And don't forget, while we're here, you can always order on DoorDash, Uber Eats. It'll be just like your kickback, except in your own.
It's like when you take a bite of that chicken salad sandwich, you'll feel like Tom Goring is in the room. I'm sorry. I actually bit that off an old David Letterman skit.
Can you
So you're
imagine?
gonna have to get copyrights for that now.
Oh,
Can you imagine if Goring delivered every DoorDash?
if Goring delivered, yeah, if he had the time. That's one busy man.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
But see, a whole lot of this copyright thing is really if we were doing this for profit, and we're not. We're not selling this show. We're not taking advertisements on this show.
Or sponsorship or anything.
Yeah, so technically, because I know some other guys that have YouTube channels and whatnot, and they get hit with the same thing. It's like it's a free show. It's not being sponsored by anyone, but yet though these copyright holders, well, mainly the record companies, will come in and say, nope, we're gonna pull your show off because that's our song. It's like, well, we're doing an instructional video. It's not a for profit kind of thing. Nope, but they don't care. We own that. You can't use it. It's like, well, damn it. There's a fairness use policy or something like that.
I just had a brainstorm.
What's that?
We're talking about theme songs and
A fair use
stingers and
policy.
everything and copyrights. And maybe I need to run this by Master Go-Ring. I think Kick Butt needs a jingle.
Stop by at Kick Butt.
Commercial.
Kick Butt.
Let's do a
Get
commercial.
your coffee and food too. At Kick
Well, they
Butt.
did have the new
Okay,
drinks.
so
Named-
Master Go-Ring, if you hear it... Oh, go ahead.
What was that, Tom?
I said they did have. I give suggestions for the new drinks. So like Space Force drink and Feel the Space. I said, it's true. I sent in suggestions for them, and he listened to every one and laughed at every one. But we got two fine poets here. We got Birdman and Reggie, fantastic poets.
Yes.
Sure.
But what are you going to say, sis?
No, I was going to say, we need some kind of jingle to, finish off, commercials or
Meet you
kind
down
of
at
like
Kick Butt.
like the end of our spoken and heard. We could play the do 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 do.
Thanks for coming to Kick Butt.
Yeah, something like that.
But see,
So-
we'd have to have
so-
a punk rock version of it too, though.
Well, yeah, we'd probably have to have more than one version.
It'd be like Kick Butt.
It wouldn't be awesome if you did.
Come down to Kick Butt.
No, it'd be like Kick Butt, kicks your butt. Yeah. Hey, that's good. Kick Butt, kicks your butt.
Well, between myself,
Our sandwiches will kick your butt.
Sis, Ernie B, and Patrick, we all have long hairs we can headbang.
Wow.
I ain't taking my hat off. So.
Kick Butt sandwiches are so good even when they come out of your butt.
Oh God, they even smell good on the other end. Oh.
That's not a good joke or something. I was told what happened in San Antonio yesterday, so that's not a good joke, man.
Wait, what happened in San Antonio yesterday?
What happened?
No, it was yesterday. My son, they had at one of the parks they had an event. They had asked me to come down, but like I told them, they know doggone well I wasn't coming down there right now. So there was a homeless guy. Police officer gave the homeless guy a sandwich.
Okay.
Well, between the buns,
That's all.
it was
Dog.
shit. Oh, turd, I say like that. They don't know if it was human or animal. So they fired him.
Didn't that happen a few months ago?
Yeah, and he told me this yesterday because he said they just found out. They brought the officer back. Then they refired him again, and they're steady trying to bring him back.
I guess.
Yeah, because I heard he got off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
What kind of show is that?
I guess that's not a good joke then. Sorry, people.
No, it's,
Oh, that's all right.
no, I didn't say.
I'm just
I
saying.
didn't say I was making a feces sandwich. Good God. Oh.
Sabrina Hicks says, "Love you, Tom Woodruff."
Whoa, that's beautiful.
Sabrina.
Where is she? She said that. Where is she? Where are you?
I think she'll be here in about 20 minutes.
Excellent. But look, we got Birdman, we got Reggie. They're poets. They're beautiful. They're wonderful people.
Okay. So
I got-
okay. Right now we're having a little discussion of who we're gonna bring up next, because like I said, we're still trying to adjust to the new format here, because most what.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
we were doing this from my
okay,
bedroom,
okay.
but now we're doing it here at the club.
Mm.
It's so weird because Kick Butt, it's a coffee shop, but yet it's a club too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and this is the first night show in about 4 months, so also an adjustment
Yeah,
here.
and we're gonna keep doing it. Like I said earlier, we're gonna keep doing it from here, and to try to pick the momentum back up a little bit.
Good.
And whether there's people here or not, maybe the word will start getting out. Hey, they're having open mic again. Let's go, because a lot of Goring was telling me they're getting 5 to 10 calls a day
About
Yes.
open mic.
asking about open mic.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Okay, so lost of thought. You want to bring up the next poet?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, Birdman, it's gonna be you. Just a little heads up there.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
So he's got a lot going on, and a lot of creations, a lot of businesses. He's a man of all aces. Let's hear it for Birdman 313.
Yeah, yeah, baby. Woo.
I'm this poem here. Oh, yes, this poem here is a short poem, but it's for Father's Day. So all fathers out there, if you hear this, that's what it's about. Actually, this is from my book, from the Heart. I posted on Facebook and I also posted on Instagram. It's titled A Father's Bond. A father and his son are together bound. That bond isn't severed just because dad's no longer around. A son remembers his father's words, his wisdom, and his wit. Never a day go by when the son doesn't find a use for it. So this is how the father lives on inside the heart of his son. Although they are parted years, this is the way the two live as one. But there are still photos to remember you by. And each time I look at them, I still want to cry. They say grief is easier to bear as time goes by. But that doesn't stop me from wondering why. Birdman 313, that's the Father's Day
Oh
poem
yeah,
to all the
oh
fathers out there.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Give it up for Birdman 313.
Father's Day shit.
Let's hear those virtual claps.
The Father's Day edition of Birdman 313.
And apparently my mom was watching. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
At no extra charge.
Lost in Thoughts mom is watching the show.
Oh, really?
Hello.
From Rochester?
Yep.
From Rochester, New York.
Wow. Hello, Rochester.
Hello, Lost in Thoughts mom.
Rochester in the house.
In
No,
the,
no, no, no.
in the his
In the
house.
his house.
What?
That's so bad. I swear, I had one of my customers come
She
in.
must be really bored if she's watching this show.
I know. I had one of my customers come in last night. He puts down his beer, and he said, "Where's all the Father's Day stuff?" And I said, "Well, there's some balloons around here." He said, "No, no, there was like stuffed animals and flowers and balloons and bouquets for Mother's Day. What do fathers get?" And without missing a beat, I said, "Fathers get the good piece of chicken.
The big piece of chicken.
The big piece of chicken. The
I don't-
big piece of chicken."
I don't get it.
That was an Eddie Murphy thing,
That's
too.
an Eddie Murphy joke.
Yes. I got it.
It's like, okay, fathers get two things: the good chair and the big piece of chicken.
Like, after busting his ass all week and dealing with all kinds of crap, he brings home, Kentucky Fried Chicken on a Friday night, for everybody grabs all, all he wants is the big piece of chicken. That's all he wants. Leave him the big piece of chicken.
I prefer Popeyes.
Well, whatever. It doesn't.
You're missing the point. We're saying the big piece of chicken. Whether it's golden chick or whatever, just the big piece of chicken. And then he was like, "I'm going to talk to you later about that." I was like, "All right, good night."
What was that movie with Don Knotts? Was it the Ghost in Mr. Chicken or?
Yeah, Don Knotts.
What?
Okay, even I missed that reference. What was that?
The movie with Don Knotts, wasn't it called like The Ghost in Mr. Chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, but while I'm looking that up, I am going to bring up the next poet. So, Reggie Goodwin, are you ready with something?
I'm ready with some new shit.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, new shit.
So, coming up next to the virtual live kick butt stage, we have Reggie Goodwin.
All right.
Thank you, thank you. So I did not watch the Clandemic yesterday, but I did write poetry about it. This is one of the pieces that were inspired by it. This one is called Millennial Auschwitz. Bolden's post-impeachment revelations, not bold but craven and cowardly, paint him as no patriot but a grifter of simple sophistication for a simpleton too wounded and weak to seek wise counsel from experts, shedding them like foreskin, surrounding by grifters and yes men, knowing flattery is his kryptonite to get close enough to take copious notes, writing his naivete to seven-figure paydays. He is court jester for a dying breed of inbred oligarchs and sociopaths, rigging the system for their own assets. Reparations not paid to former slaves, but plantation owners in European nations like Haiti to France morphed into New World Orders and sports team owners, telling Z concentration camps for ethnic minorities is a good idea. Replicating it here, showing a dark path to the highest form of flattery, he eschews expertise in science, evolved from hunter gatherers on African savannas with the ease of a seasoned pickpocket or a man with third grade competencies. His incompetence has us here in lockdown. This clown couldn't count the fake registrants by hacktivists gleefully gaslighting him from laptops as he stares at empty seats. He will lie up numbers or blame protesters for failing tremendously. Gloved, masked, and goggled are we who follow the science. Meanwhile, he converts his embarrassment with faux culture wars over the efficacy of masks. Instead of flattening curves, so many travelers flatter a narcissist to lackluster super spreader events, fitting for a white supremacist, feeling the fitting of his orange jumpsuit at the Department of Corrections on Rikers.
Yeah!
All
One
right.
Reggie. Yes.
All right, give it up for Reggie Goodwin with New Shit.
You.
New
That was
shit.
yesterday.
That was
That
some
was-
amazing new stuff.
Thank you, Reggie.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. That was nice. That was nice.
Yeah, necessary.
I just
Clean-
love how at the rally yesterday that hardly anyone showed.
6,200 people did.
And it wasn't just because of
Was
the
it-
prank.
Was that the actual count?
Yeah,
Yes, I
it
was
was like
to please
6,000.
counted 6,200.
And they were expecting at least 40,000 outside in the spillover stage.
What I also found very funny was that when Trump tried to push the gay, I think, law, and he was blocked by the Supreme Court, and one of the people that blocked him out was one of his very own people that he hired.
Yeah,
This has been a bad week for him.
the
Yeah.
Supreme Court Justice, what was his name?
Roberts.
Gorsuch.
Yeah, and
Ross.
Gorish.
no.
Or Porsche.
Sabrina Hicks says, great job. Reginald.
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
And
yes.
Marisa Thompson says, thank you, enjoying the show.
No, that's Marsha.
Marisa.
Marcia.
What?
Her name is Marcia.
Miss Thompson is enjoying the show.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I mispronounced it.
But no, I was chatting with the sound engineer that was in charge of the spillover stage
Of the outside
Oh,
stage.
yeah.
at the event. And,
Yes.
of course, it was canceled, right?
Yeah.
So I sent him a message. I said, well, I hope they don't stiff you on the pay, because they've been known to do that before because they canceled. And they had,
That's right.
they had a big setup out there.
Yeah.
Yes, so
And he goes, oh, no, we played. And I go, well, wait a minute. I thought it got canceled. And he said, no. He said there was 2 live bands and some other speakers before. Just Trump canceled his outside thing. So,
Right.
so as soon as they opened the doors, everyone left the outside area and went in.
yeah.
And they were done outside. So they still did their job. So hopefully they'll still get paid. But
Hope-
Yeah.
the whole idea was that even though the stadium was full, they were still expecting 40,000 people outside, and there
Yeah.
wasn't. It was a ghost town.
Good. That's good. They're safe from COVID. Okay. Who's next?
Okay.
Sabrina says, "See you in 5 minutes."
Yay!
Yeah.
Wait.
I like it. She's always like-
Sabrina, don't text and drive.
She's always
Please.
like, she always gives us an update. I'll see you in 20. See you in 15.
That's
See you
right.
in 5. And that's fine,
Don't text and drive. Don't text and drive.
Oh
please.
God, you know what that makes me think of? So
Oh, no,
But she's
he's
so
thinking.
she's so considerate.
She
So-
is.
when I was working at Blockbuster, there was this guy. I,
Blockbuster Video.
Yes.
What were you, like 4?
Ernie B, you're so kind.
Not.
Damn, Blockbuster Video.
So like this guy comes in and wants a video game, and so I'm talking about this video game, and he gets a cover. He gets the cover of it, not the actual game. Goes over to the cash register, and the guy at the cash register sells him the cover of the game, not the actual game. So he leaves, and he doesn't remember the person that cashed him out. Who he remembers is the guy that told him about the video game. So he's pissed off, calls, and says, I can't believe that you guys did this to me. I'm 20 minutes from coming over. And then we wait. He calls again. He's like, I can't believe you did this. I'm 5 minutes away from coming over. Then he comes in, storms in front of everyone, in front of the entire store, yells the top of his lungs, points right to me and says, that's the guy. That's who did it. And I'm turning 15 shades of red, and I have no idea what to do.
As opposed to 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, God. But yeah, we basically calmed them down. End of story.
Boy, you know that was the last millennium when he's saying one time at Blockbuster.
Yes.
For real.
I worked at Blockbuster, I worked at Toys R Us, and I worked at Eckerd.
Eckerd, wow.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
wait, Lane. So you're telling me 3 of the jobs on your resume have gone out of business?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
You see, there's a reoccurring theme there.
I know.
Any place that he's worked at, gone. You're a bad omen, man.
Maybe
Just call him Typhoid Lane.
maybe it's because I was 4 when I was trying to work at these places.
He had just gotten into his big boy pants.
Mm.
Hold on.
It's like that'll be 450. What? Ah!
Okay.
Hey, we're not
If that isn't
we're not
scary,
due for
I don't
we're
know
not
what
due
is.
for a time change till the fall, right?
Yeah.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah.
I've been noticing the sun doesn't go down like till almost 9,
Well, that's summertime, but see,
like 8:45.
but
Oh,
see,
Breezy loves calling. Hold on,
it's the solstice, so she's not driving. Good.
hold on. See if
Okay.
I got her.
It's the solstice, so from here on out, it's gonna start to get darker, right, Tom?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna start gradually getting darker because after the solstice, it starts going downhill to October 31st.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm not used to these lights. That's why I'm looking down right now. I'm like, oh.
I was gonna say, you
My
two,
eyes are
if
crossing.
since you're up there for so long, why don't you pull up a stool behind you? You can sit down on the stools.
We actually thought about that right now because
It's up to
at,
y'all.
at
I mean,
one point when Reggie Goodwin was reading, I kind of looked at the viewfinder on the video camera. I was like, maybe we need to go up there because Ernie's just broadcasting a picture of a blank stage.
Yeah.
I think we need to be up here. Yeah, cause see,
Okay, there's Breezy.
no one's physically coming up here, so we gotta
See?
occupy space.
Hey, Breezy.
Hi, Breezy.
Hey.
we don't hear you. I can't hear her.
So you're telling me I can't sing any Perry Como or anything without getting hit with a licensing thing?
Well, you can, but you'll still be hit with a licensing thing.
Yeah.
This is my song. It's never been sung before. Hi-yo. Well, I'm singing now.
Okay, wait. Who sings "Strangers in the Night"?
I don't know.
Sinatra. Sinatra.
Sinatra. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
I was thinking Bing, but no, it's Sinatra.
How does I'm forgetting the lyrics to the theme song for Perfect Strangers.
It had lyrics. Oh yeah. Oh, it did have lyrics. Yeah, I don't know the lyrics either, but I bet you if it played, it would probably come to my head.
Or Family Matters.
Oh, broadcast from Chicago.
Was it?
Yeah, Family Matters. I mean,
Family Matters was in Chicago.
Yeah, you look at the opening scenes with all the bridges. You're like, whoa, Chicago! And the only reason why I know that is because Ernie pointed it out.
That was such a good show.
I didn't know.
Well, that was a good show until Urkel took it over.
until Stephen Urkel went to Stefan Urkel. Blah.
Yes.
Good night.
Because when that show first started, it took on a lot of it took on gun violence, racial injustices.
I actually looked at an old video. I mean, I forgot what year it was, and it actually confronted
Addressed.
addressed. Give me a break, man. Of Eddie getting pulled over by a white cop.
Yeah.
And I saw the video on YouTube the other day, and I was like, you know what? It's never gone away. It's just been kind of like waves in and out, in and out.
Someone's calling the kick butt line.
Yeah, Andrew's calling.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone's coming in.
They are?
Yeah, I just saw a shirt outside.
No, he's hanging outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call Andrew back because
Yeah.
I haven't figured this out yet, but people will call
I
in,
get him.
but
I got Reggie.
it'll be in a separate group.
Andrew, come on through.
Hey, Hot Tamale,
Yes, sir.
did you see
Yeah.
Andrew's show on IG?
No.
Just look closely. I'm up in the top right corner.
Okay.
Hi, Reggie.
Lane's actually getting a call on the spoken and heard.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. It comes out. It comes into the on a different group, and if I answer
Yeah.
that line, it'll put all of y'all on hold. There.
You don't want that.
Okay.
Now let me try. Let me try to add him now.
Is it still on Instagram? Because I've been closing for the past 6 days in a row. So.
I don't know. I just seen it the other day when he came on there, and
Oh, okay.
you probably will have to go to his page to actually see it.
Yeah, I probably have to do that.
Okay, now I'm calling Andrew because he just called.
Andrew, pick up your phone, Andrew.
See, he's trying to call back now too.
Please don't use a rotary dial phone, Andrew.
Actually, rotary phones were still a thing when I was a kid.
It's Phoenix, so I don't know how technologically advanced they are.
I mean, at school,
they?
I think they've invented the wheel.
Oh, okay.
in elementary school, they had rotary phones when I was a kid.
That's cold. That's cold. That's cold. But I understand what you're saying, though.
Well, see, think about it, because I mean, there are some cities where the racism is even more pronounced, so you gotta kind of wonder. You
Yeah.
know, so where it's like where you go to certain cities in the South and you hear banjos almost when you cross in, you're like, okay, do they still use rotaries? Do they still use
Yeah.
payphones? I mean, what's going on here? I mean, not to diss on anybody, but hello, this racism shit needs to stop, and we need to step it up.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
We want Reggie. We want Reggie. Where is he gone?
Did
Reggie's gone.
Did Reggie go somewhere?
I think we lost him. Yeah, he froze.
Oh,
No.
I see where you're calling someone.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with Andrew because he's trying to call, so I'm calling him back.
Hello. I don't know if you can see me because I can't see myself anymore. But hello. I feel like we're on like what were those comedy shows where people would be in front of a brick wall?
What?
Yeah, it was kind of like in the 90s or the late 80s where it would be like so and so comedy live.
The
from-
Comedy Store.
Thank you. Yes.
It's a famous club in L.A.
And it would always be in front of a brick wall.
You know what?
I just feel like we need a brick wall behind
Do you know what
us
that
right
makes
now
me
'cause
think
we're
of
on the
though? Like
stool.
this is really retro and definitely a way callback. Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I used to watch that so much in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, that was on Facebook a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't recognize any of the comics.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, it was. Oh, no. I'm sorry. You said Def Comedy Jam. It was Def Poetry Jam that was on. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
okay.
There was
Yeah.
Def Poetry Jam was.
Comedy, poetry. What's the difference?
Was that
Oi.
short? Wait,
No, I'm
was
just
that
kidding. I'm
was
just
that
kidding.
short-lived? Def Poetry Jam.
I think it's kind of
They,
on.
it's every once in a while because a friend of mine's, he was on. Well, matter of fact, him and Malcolm Jamal Warner both was on there, and he sent me a message letting me know he was gonna be on there. So I just went on. I got on there, and it was pretty. It was some good poets on there.
That would be great to watch.
Where's
Yeah.
Breezy Love?
Is it
Where's
is it
Breezy
is it
Love?
is it still considered on? Is it still on HBO?
I don't know. I do have a friend on Instagram that used to be on the comedy Def Comedy Jam, but he's been at home because he ain't been able to do nothing. He live out in Vegas, out in Vegas,
Okay.
and he's been doing a lot of his stuff on TikTok, which I don't do no TikTok, man. That's for
I
kids.
think it's
Yeah.
I think it's getting to a point when, at a certain point, we may have to remind people about the masks. This.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's Breezy.
And
Yay! I
and
made it back.
hello.
Hello, everybody. Happy
Oh,
Friday.
Yeah.
Happy
And
Sunday.
for those of you that haven't been watching, we do have and we are broadcasting live from Kick Butt. And we do have some new COVID rules.
what?
We've got sanitizer and mic sanitizer by the stage, and when you come in and when you get on the stage, you need to be wearing a mask. No exceptions.
Kick butt could get
That's good.
fined.
That's
Yes.
good.
I mean, we've got plexiglass around the bartender, but the bartender also wears a mask. So,
Yes.
Uh,
I mean, we actually did have a live poet here earlier, Maggie the poet. I'm sorry.
The
What's
masked poet.
the
Mas-
masked poet? And I was actually wondering if it was going to be a point of contention, whether or not it was going to be the virus mask or the wrestling mask.
Yes.
And she came in with a wrestling mask, and we're like, no, 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 no. You need to wear the mask on your face, on around your mouth and nose. And did you lose Breezy?
Yeah, I think I lost her again.
Okay, yeah, because I'm watching the monitor right now, and Breezy, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay,
There she is.
Oh, okay.
I lost her video. There it is.
Okay, because it looked like for a minute there that we had lost you, so I was like, oh no. But yeah, these are kind of like the rules that we're kind of like setting down for now.
And it's kind of the law now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is our first nighttime show at Kick Butt
It's
since
so long.
March.
Oh,
This is the first show at all.
wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what they've been doing during the day, so I'm
Yeah.
just speaking from my point of view.
I think they've been closing at 4, right, Patrick?
Patrick,
5.
Yeah, they've been closing
What-
at 4.
What was it? 5? Is it 5 or 4?
4.
4. Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
today they actually closed at 3. So Patrick came in at 5, so we could do this tonight. So again, it's going to be a growing kind of thing so people understand that,
And now that
we
we-
are open again.
Now that we've got more people streaming, I'll say it again. Remember, people, you can order on DoorDash and Uber Eats and the other.
Hey, Lane, talk more into the mic. Bring the mic down a little
Talk
bit. 'Cause
into
you're
the
talking,
microphone.
you're talking off mic.
So yeah,
Yeah,
There.
since we have more people, I was thinking you would order DoorDash, Uber Eats, and
Grubhub.
Grubhub. Thank you. Yes.
Support your local, privately owned, non-chain
Yes.
bar.
Yeah,
I know that was a lot of detail.
We've
but-
already lost a few here in Austin.
Yeah, I know. I
We
mean,
have
Barracuda's gone.
we're talking bars that have been around for decades are closing down.
Yep.
So hashtag save kick butt, order a sandwich, order a cookie. Patrick, are they doing to-go drinks? Okay, oh, did you hear that? You can actually buy a beer with your food when you order from
Hey,
Grubhub.
both y'all,
Uber
can you
Eats.
turn your mics down a little bit? Like, point them down?
How's that?
Yeah, because they're like
Oh,
pointing.
there you go,
No,
that's
no, no,
better.
not the whole stand, just
no,
the
no,
mic itself.
Lane, just tilt
Just
it.
Yeah, just tilt it.
No,
Not the stand,
no,
not the
no,
stand, just
not-
the mic, just the mic.
Sit down,
Sit there, okay. Now point it down towards,
face the mic.
face the mic and point it at your mouth.
Yeah, I'm trying to be socially distant.
There. Because your the mics are pointing up like up you guys' noses, and you all sounded like you're off mic. And you have masks on already, so it already makes it hard to understand. So
Okay,
so that's
How's
better.
that?
That's much better.
okay.
Easy love,
And now
Breeze.
coming up. No, I'm just
Wait,
kidding.
wait. What was that, Tom?
Breezy Love, she's in the house. She's right here. It's wonderful. And Andrew will be here soon. It's great to see
Yes.
Reese, Reggie, and Birdman. Wonderful.
Hopefully we can get hold of
So,
Andrew.
Did anybody else understand that?
Let me try calling back. He did try to call,
See,
right?
Ernie understood. I think.
Why do you gotta talk so fast?
Because I'm drunk on life.
Well, Andrew, if you're watching, Andrew, well, let me try calling one more time.
yeah.
And if he doesn't answer, then
Hey, whenever I introduce Lost in Thought and I say that I've known this guy for over 11 years and I still don't know what he's saying half the time,
What?
it's the truth. I mean, it's like right there, he was like, I was like, what did you just say?
Annoying self-righteous big sister say what?
I'm just, you know what? You know what? Put some chapstick on and kiss my you know what. Good God.
that was actually funny, Lost in Thought.
Thank you.
No, it wasn't.
See, I think I got a chuckle from the
No, it
audience.
wasn't.
From the one person we have in the audience.
No. Birdman liked my comment. I heard that. I can tell Birdman's distinctive laugh, so I know. Thank you, Birdman. Thank you. I love you.
Yeah.
Too.
I can't get a hold of Andrew, so let's see if he calls back again.
Okay, wait. So, wait, Breezy. Before
Yeah.
we
Yes.
actually had a poet join us here in house, but I want to bring you to the virtual stage before. Do you have anything ready to go?
I do. I
Ooh.
I have two poems that I will do for now.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
well, hold on.
Go ahead.
We'll
And
bring you in
introduce
here.
Breezy.
Hold on. You ready?
okay.
It's. I was gonna say something breezy, but let's hear it for the wonderful, the talented, the full-hearted Miss Breezy Love. Sure
Yeah.
love.
Right.
Bring the love.
Well, happy Sunday, everybody, and
Woo.
always excited to see everybody.
Us.
Miss your faces.
Yep.
Glad to hear I will probably stop in when I can to kick butt, to get one of those drinks and a meal. And I will definitely pass it on because my daughter, she loves it. So I'm going to let her know to stop over this up.
Perfect.
I got cookies too.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to have her bring me some home if I can't make it.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, she's 21. She can bring me a beer too.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Forgive me. But it's fun and it's good. So today, of course, it's been a wonderful Sunday for me, even though I am so far away from my daddy, but I love him to death. Great inspiration. And I'll give you kind of a short story of him. My father has been singing since he was 14 years old. He sang with the Shy Lights. He sang with the Platters, the Stylistics, the Emotions, the Temptations.
Oh my God!
I did a show with the Platters. Well, I didn't do a show with the Platters, but I made a commercial for the Platters when they played in McAllen, Texas one time, and I did a commercial for them when they came to town.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
So he probably met your dad?
Well, no,
he probably
I just made the commercial for the
did.
radio. I didn't do the show, but they hired me to make the commercial, the promo, the coming attraction for the show, for the radio.
Wow.
Cool.
But let me tell you, I would not put it past him. If he's in the music business, he has probably ran across my dad. Definitely.
I'd say so.
But I tell you the tragedy, though. He did not give me the singing gene. I'm the first daughter. And he gave me those wonderful lyrics. I always, but I will say thank you to his dad. Granddad was the one who gave me the art of painting and writing. So to both of them, I love them. I love them now. So I'm going to do this one. And a lot of my poems are really inspired by my grandfather. I took care of him until he was well up until almost 90 years old. and he was still a partying guy. Um, he was a musician also in his early days. So he would always say, he called all his granddaughters Baby Fox. He'd say, Baby Fox, hey, where's that little lady at that used to come and visit me? So he always remembered all the ladies. And then he would say, I surely do miss those shaking booty girls. Said, what? So he would tell the story about how he did. He played the Congo drums. He'll play his drums. And I think back to the time where he was, I always think about flappers when I think about Granddad when he says the shaking booty girls. Granddad was born in 1922. So every time he would tell me the story, in my mind, I just pictured these girls like maybe Josephine Baker or somebody like that dancing across the stage and gyrating. So if you ever hear me do this poem too, I have one about a girl gyrating. And then, it's all about the love and the music and the dancing. And I tell you, Granddad, my dad, they left an imprint with me. So I'm going to get us right to this poem real quick. And this one is called In His Arms. The sky's length is no comparing to how wide his arm stretches. My eyes open to search all the places to find him. Beyond the horizons and the indigo hues, rivers and oceans awake and never sleep, rise and fall and bursting forth, touching my soul. I know it is truly his. If only you knew, intensifying colors with thorough selections in depth. My favorites, gold and copper, trim skies, silver and white, trim mountains and sapphire, trim streams, surrounding olive green hills adrift, brown tones and strong and bold to mild and meek. His muse of ambiance, with such diligency, I rush in to touch each trim, even though I know his patience. With each creation, I feel those arms wrapping and stretching around me, and a world lavish in pure radiance in his arms.
Yay, wonderful.
And I'll do another for you guys.
All
Thank you
right.
so
A lot of this I'm reading out of one of my books, From God's Love to Self-Love, a lot of inspiration. I used a lot of natural and nature imagery for this particular one. And the second one I'm going to do is called Every Breath. Let every breath have sound. It is essential, as we must be found in a destination in completion. As they take flight, the sound of exhilaration, the sparks of a loud poof in the dancing clouds, the skies claim. We inhale and exhale with the ease of a song of victory. Thus these songs are of the bluebird. In its glorious sail, the exquisite flight, you catch a glimpse of his tail, and awe is released into a field waving softly and slightly caressing. Me as a black butterfly passing swiftly with this freeing of a cocoon, an ode to a new home, as a mother, a child, a father, a doctor, etc. All of us sigh in relief. At the wailing cry, the joyous tears begin to stream down. Life's happiness, as your feet step onto the floor, a clear tapping of a day's newness. Good morning to an open space, which is nearly silent, but not completely silent. You hear Yahweh, and I say amen in every breath. Thank you.
every breath. Yeah.
Hey, Breezy. Breezy. Oh, no, hold on. I'll wait till the music
Let's
gets
hear it
there.
for Miss Breezy Love. So, Miss Breezy, Miss Breezy Love,
Yes.
when you were talking about gyrating, made me think of an episode of The Golden Girls where Dorothy was talking about doing dirty dancing, right?
Yes.
Dorothy was like saying, I'm not gonna go up on stage and wildly gyrate my hips." And Sophia goes, and the world has a collective sigh of relief.
I love it. I love it.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
Hey, Breezy,
Yes.
you said your granddad and dad, did they ever hang out or hang around Junior Walker and the All Stars?
You know, I can't be absolutely for certain. Dad is in California.
Hmm.
We're all based out of Chicago though.
Okay.
Hey,
So
Chicago in the house.
Chi-town.
Here's in the
And,
house.
and reason why I ask you that is because my dad for a few years he used to play with Junior Walker, and then when they went to Motown, he didn't really want to. He was like, I have a family and blah blah, and I want to stick around. So that's why I asked you that, because he played the drums.
nice. I'm telling you, everywhere I've been to travel, if I run across like an old school musician,
Uh huh.
definitely they have crossed the path of my dad.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Again, during that time, if you think about the time, back in the 60s,
Right.
70s, um, Motown was really big there. They come to
Right.
Chicago. The Jackson Five, he sang with. So a lot
Yeah.
of those groups, he had the opportunity, and he's been singing forever. He's been
Yeah.
singing, but now he's in California. Like I tell you, he is really I admire him. He is my
Because
superhero.
see,
He
your
is.
granddad is more around my dad's age. Well, my dad has passed away, but because
Mhm.
and him and Junior Walker, they like. It's funny how my dad passed away in January, and Junior
Wow.
Walker passed away, I think, around Thanksgiving, and then my dad's sister. It was like a week apart when they passed away from each other. So I was just curious since you mentioned that.
Yes, yes, yes. But I do remember I found an autograph. I did find like an autograph card or something where my granddad, remember, born in 1922, but
Uh
I
huh.
found where he played with Dizzy Gillespie.
Uh huh.
So
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
yeah, so
Wow,
Whoa.
Dizzy Gillespie. Dizzy Gillespie.
Wow.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
Yeah.
So
You know,
I have a lot of stories. I have a lot of history with me.
Hey, I know what you mean, because Junior Walker used to come to the house, and the old reel-to-reel tapes, and
Hmm.
I was learning how to play the saxophone, and I left it up on the organ, and my mom was like, "Why is this sitting up here?" So they listened to it. So my dad called Junior Walker down. He said, "I want you to hear some." So Junior Walker came over to the house, and he came down. He said, "Junior," that's what he used to call me, Junior. I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "You trying to steal my music?" I'm like, "Oh, no, 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 Mr. Walker." And he said, "You know what?" He said, "I like the way you play the sax." He said, "You can call me Junior. You don't have to call me Mr. Walker no more."
All
But
right.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
you know who I
yeah.
did work with though. I worked with the Temptations one time. Did a show with them,
Mhm.
Really?
doing the sound and stuff, doing production, and they
Uh huh.
had
Oh,
they
oh.
had one of the guys from the Spinners. I mean, no, the
Mhm.
Spinners or the OJs. No, it was the OJs. The guy who sang the
Mhm.
bass. I can't remember his name, but he was sitting in with them because their guy was sick. So they got one of the guys from the OJs to come in and do the bass parts. And man, I tell you, watching them perform was like, I mean, they had the suits, the moves,
Yes.
the dancing, the
Yeah.
choreography. It was just like,
Yes.
wow, man, you don't see that anymore.
Hey,
I
No,
mean,
You
they
you
had
don't.
don't.
it down, and
No.
they finished this one song, and it's where the guy that was singing the bass part, he went down on his knee in the front, and the four other guys came around him, behind him, and they finished with this, big number, "Ah," boom, and the band
Yeah.
stops, and the crowd goes crazy, and the guys turn around and walk back to their spots, and here's the guy, singing bass, still on his knee, and he didn't move, and when the crowd quieted down, he was like, "Help! I can't get up.
Yeah.
Can somebody come help me? Help me up." And one of the guys came and gave him a hand. Oh, thanks. And he grabbed his back. He was like, "Oh, it was
Shoot,
funny, man."
shoot, even I can't get up off my knees sometimes. Come on.
Oh,
So-
they were
See?
great. They sounded fantastic. They looked fantastic. It was an
Yeah.
honor to work with a band like that. I was like, damn, man.
Yes.
Oh
They
yeah.
had the moves, they had the style, they had everything. I
You see that? You
Exactly.
don't see it. You don't see it anymore.
No, you don't.
And it's
You
important that
don't.
you're not only entertained and by the sound, but visually, and they don't depend on the big fancy light show and all that. It's them. You watch them.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and it's you know that's it's almost I guess some of the newer bands have the choreography and stuff too, but that was it's not the same. They hire backup dancers these days.
Yeah.
Back then, it
Yeah.
was the band. It was the singers that were doing all that, you know. And
Yes. Yes.
so
So
we're
I feel like I'm. You ever watch Batman when they go to the Joker's house and everything's
Yeah.
sideways like this because my camera's sideways and I can't straighten out. So
That's what I was looking at.
yeah,
It's
I'm all
like,
sideways like that. I feel like I'm at the Joker's pad.
okay.
So Ernie B, you were working with the Temptations and the OJs. That must have been tempting.
Wow. Okay. I gotta say that is the worst
Patrick-
joke you've ever done.
Patrick, can we
For
have him
real.
removed,
The
please?
worst. The
we have him
ultimate.
removed?
Okay, you know what? And he's done some pretty corny jokes.
He's getting the Batman. Watch out.
Oh wait, he's gonna get the hook. Here. Get.
uh-oh.
Oh shit.
So no, he thought I was serious. No, it was like Mike Lane. I was like, can we have him removed? He's walking over here like, what's
Oh, Patrick.
No, Ernie, he was gonna remove your ass.
all right, you're out of here.
So we've got an audience member.
Marcia Thompson says, "Pucker up, Buttercup."
Marcia.
Marcia. Oh, Louise is watching again.
Louise.
Hi, Louise.
Hey, Louise.
I think he said his name was J-Rod. Is that right?
Oh, J Rock.
Oh, J-Rock. Nice.
Do you want to come up on stage? Yeah, you can, but just like
You don't have
mask,
to, if you want to-
sanitizer,
If you have something to read, or if you just want to watch the show, it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
okay, because
Andrew's trying to get through.
Like I always
There it
say,
is. Hold on.
try again.
He's trying to get through.
it's like be a part of.
Yeah, see, because during all this stuff that's been going on, we have been broadcasting from our houses.
Yeah.
And so the owner wants us to kind of like try and bring the show back. So like I said, we're the first nighttime show in about 4 months.
Yeah, this is the first time we've been here in like
4
since
months.
March. Oh my goodness.
But see, that's the thing about this show, though. Sometimes it's not just poets and performers that want to come up. People will come in like off the street and just to buy coffee or whatever, and hear our show and just end up sitting down and just watching it.
Yes,
And
see
just
what's
like,
going
no,
on.
I just want to check out the show, and
Some nights we've had like I always said that one night where we had that guy come in a checkered bodysuit.
Oh God,
that was a long time ago, man.
we never saw his face. He even drank his coffee through the
It could
suit.
have been
Wow.
Goring for all we know.
I know. For all we know, it could have been Goring just checking out the show.
Andrew, if you can hear us, I'm gonna try to call you.
We're trying to bring you in, man.
Eddie's trying to get through too. Eddie.
Yeah,
Baby.
I asked him if he
Don't
wanted
do
me to
it.
call him,
Don't
and he
do
didn't say anything.
I knew you were gonna.
I know I said baby.
No, you did not.
Well,
You
I'm
No, I
said
know I said
Eddie.
baby.
Yeah, sure.
All of a sudden, I'm getting like 1,000 likes on the.
I was like, Eddie, what have you done for him lately, Eddie?
Okay, no, that's horrible.
No, that's bad.
That's just. Okay, you know what? He keeps topping himself as to how bad he can get.
Who's bad?
See?
Who's bad?
He keeps
You're
doing.
bad.
He
I'm bad.
I don't. I gotta go home. I'm sorry.
As a kid, I actually poured Hawaiian punch into a bowl and put it in the fridge and thought it would turn to Jello. So about an hour later, I opened the fridge. Nope, not Jello yet. And I just waited for it.
Damn it.
And
I'm
Andrew
really
and
not surprised.
Animals trying to get through.
I'm gonna put you guys on hold for a second. Let me get Andrew and tell him that we'll. Oh wait, there he is again. Yeah, and let me tell him to. I'll call him back.
Andrew, we're really trying hard to bring you in.
Stand by,
he's
guys.
actually calling from Phoenix. Yeah, so.
Oh, there's Danimal,
Danimal
and Eddie. Okay,
Eddie looks like he's outside.
okay, and
We're gonna
try to.
Oh wow.
Wow.
okay, Lane, hang up. Lane, hang up your line.
I'm not seeing anything.
Lane, Lane, hang up. Hang up.
When someone calls in,
Lane.
we usually our and it's asking us to answer the call.
Lane, hang up your phone. There you go. Thank you.
I don't even see me on here.
Okay, you guys are, I can't, you guys are on the wrong line. You're
I
on
hung
the wrong,
up on them.
Hold on.
I want to come
Danimal and Eddie, you guys are on another group. You're not on the right group, so I have everyone else on hold.
Oh,
What happened?
So
okay.
let
I'll
me
bounce out.
hang up this call.
Uh-oh.
And,
I think we've had some technical difficulties again.
I think so too.
It's complicated.
Let me see if I can get.
Let me call you guys back.
Oh, this is my wife.
And if, when you get a call from me, then answer.
You
that
know Tom.
And you should be able to help.
Nice to see you.
Okay, stand by.
That was my bad.
Well, we
I
can
thought I
have a
was just getting
conversation.
Andrew.
This is delightful Richie and Yes Man and Greasy Lout. We're here.
This is getting confusing here.
Yikes.
Okay, Reginald left.
Way to
Now-
go,
now I
way
gotta
to
get
go,
back.
Lane.
We're confusing the only audience member we have.
Oh, I was actually looking up the
Okay,
members.
see, damn it, now I lost everyone.
Great.
No.
Blame it on Lane. I always do.
Sorry, people.
I was actually looking up the members of the OJs. Okay, Eddie Levert, Walter Williams, William Powell, and Eric
Your
Grant.
OJs make me think of, What is it?
William Powell.
Oh, nice.
Powell from 58 to 75. Bill Isles, Bobby Massey, Sammy Streen, and Nathaniel Best.
You know, OJs make me think of Orange Juice, which is OJ, which also makes me think of that.
So we
cartoon.
swing with brass, trumpet solos, and ringing saxophones, big bands to jazz trios, to single sounds. Hold that note. Joy is coming back around. Every keyboard has both black and white keys. Unlock our future together, please.
I think someone's coming.
Okay.
Someone coming?
Okay.
I caught you at the end of that,
No worries.
Mr. Moon. But yeah, I asked Danimal and Eddie because they were calling out the other line. So
Because I actually answered the phone thinking I would just get Andrew and I would tell him to call back, but
And he caused so much feedback.
Oh
we
God,
had,
yeah.
we had catastrophic failure. Way to go, Lane.
But I didn't lose you guys, so that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So let me see. Man, I really gotta use the bathroom again.
That was way too much.
Bernie, we need to put a urinal back there.
I'm dealing with a lot of shit over here. Okay, let me see if I can get
I have to
and the
live
alcohol
with this.
kind of keeps
I live
me.
with this. I live with
The alcohol
this,
kind of
man.
keeps me from losing my shit. Okay, it keeps my nerves calm.
Okay, wait. We need to before you take off to the men's room, we need to have a how white is Lane moment.
Oh jeez.
How white is Lane? When I brought up the OJs, he thought of orange juice.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
So he's not white.
So
He's
OJ,
he's clear.
OJ does make me think of Orange Juice, which makes me think of the cartoon.
No.
Which makes me think of the cartoon Tasmania,
Oh.
because the father always said he wanted to get a nice glass of OJ.
Animals here. Animals in.
Lane, you're so white. You make Larry Bird look black. Come on.
oh man. Oh God.
Man.
Animals here.
Larry Bird's saying, man, that boy has no soul.
The rhythmless nation.
Oh, house.
He claps on 1 and 3.
He's like, okay.
That's all I'm trying to get their attention. I'm trying so hard.
Okay, let me add Eddie here. Hold
Okay,
on.
so you're trying to bring everybody in.
Yeah, I got Danimal. I'm trying
Okay,
to pull in
dear
Eddie
God,
now.
because this is killing me up here, man. It's killing me.
Shit, try doing what I'm doing.
Shit. No. Having to deal with the rhythmless nation up here. That's what's killing me.
Eddie's coming in. Eddie's coming in. Danimal's in the house. It's getting better and better.
Chugga.
Okay.
Eddie's in the house. Well done.
Okay, now I have Eddie and Danimal. I got to bring him into the shot now. See,
Yeah.
I got to connect the call, and then I got to bring him into the shot for the stream,
Oh wait.
and then manage all you out at the same time.
So
Can I tell a quick joke that I saw on Facebook today? Okay.
Are we gonna have to pay a copyright for that?
No, I don't know.
Go ahead.
just
Okay.
do it.
What does a Trump rally and Trump's wife have in common?
Foreign.
No. You give up?
Yeah.
Neither one comes.
Ah.
Oh.
That was good.
Oh.
That was
Good
good.
one.
I saw that actually when I woke up today. I was like, shit, that was funny.
Didn't Melania pose for like Playboy one time or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
Profession-
one time? No, I think it was several.
Really?
It was several. It's,
Yeah,
it's on the.
and
It was on the internet.
I don't think it was Playboy either. That's too classy. I think she was like Hustler or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. One of them
I
low
mean,
She was like
class.
that chick on.
Working.
She was like that chick on a toilet with the gemstone coming out of her butt. I don't know. What?
No.
I'm just.
Animal was trying to
I mean,
see.
she was a high dollar escort. That's the whole reason she met Trump.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why she's still with him is because he stiffed her. She's still waiting for the check.
She hasn't been paid yet. Oh.
Yeah, that was the reason why she was in New York for 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She was renegotiating her prenup,
Yeah.
Huh.
and they do not live together.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
No.
They don't?
No.
I'd know that.
Oh, she lives in Maryland with her parents.
She moved
I
out. She moved
that.
out.
Good for her.
She moved out with her kid.
Yeah. She only shows up for pictures.
She left the bunker bitch behind. I love it. I'm thinking about a lot of this shit.
Yes.
Okay, I
Animal-
have everyone in screen now.
I guess now with
Did
Trump.
we ever get Andrew?
No,
Oh.
I haven't got that. That's the only one I haven't got yet.
I guess with Trump's. I guess with Trump and Ivanka can now get very flowers in the attic.
Did anyone understand that?
Virginia
With
Andrews.
Trump and Ivanka, it can now get very flowers in the attic.
Virginia
Sounds like he has
You know, I
sounds like he has a speech impediment.
30% understood that reference, but I can guarantee you, not too many other people did.
Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom now. I gotta go.
Ernie, wait a second. Let me get your shot glass.
Shit, hold on.
Hold still.
He's gonna have to use his shot glass in a second.
Ready, aim, fire! Oh.
Marsha Thompson saying, "Quit picking on my baby."
Yeah.
But see, that's the funny part. See, because here's the thing. Here's the thing with our chemistry. With me and Ernie, if it's just me and Ernie, we just sound like a bickering married couple.
Yes.
We do. But with Lane here, he's the comic relief.
How do y'all manage without me?
He's the we don't. That's just it. We don't. When Lane is not here, it is really awkward.
They had a picnic.
It's awkward as all get out. Even I don't feel comfortable.
And I bring the good awkward. Apparently, I bring the good awkward.
He really did. He really does. But like I've said, I've known this guy for 11 years, and I still don't know what he's saying half the time.
What?
Exactly. See? Right there. It's like, he'll go, Hatamali. I'm like, what? He steams up my ear like a dumpling, and I still don't understand him. So.
Wanted to say something.
We get our better communication done by text. I can actually see actual words. So.
The animal wanted to say something.
Animal, you're going to say something?
No, I'm just listening, man.
No. Okay.
I'm listening, packing some shit up. Y'all keep talking.
Packing shit up? Where are you going?
Getting blazed. That's where.
Oh, that packing. Got it.
So,
So that's when you say, I don't smoke tobacco.
He's going to Blaze Town.
Like
Wow, Molly, I'm surprised you didn't catch that one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I liked your post about how holding up.
290s for you.
I liked your post about holding the businesses accountable, but not the people.
Did you understand that?
Do we need to?
Okay.
I liked his post about
Slow
holding the
down.
businesses accountable and not the people.
Better. Okay, I understood that this time. He said he likes Danimal's post about how you got to hold the businesses accountable and not the people.
Well, you don't have to, but it's like it should be it should be all the way around.
Feel like businesses are just like open portals to where people can congregate, and if people aren't going to listen, it falls on the people that open those portals pretty much.
It's like they turn to businesses and say it's your responsibility, and yet
I mean, it literally got passed down all the way from the top. It's like the federal government's like it's the state's responsibility. The state's like it's your responsibility, and there's just no one wants any accountability for anything.
Everyone's passing the buck down from the orange hot dog grease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you a lot of that has to do with it being an election year this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully,
You know what?
Like-
I have an idea, so we don't notice so many cases. Let's stop testing.
Marsha Thompson says puff
Yeah.
pass.
Oh!
Good one, Mom.
Uh-oh. Lane's mom is getting lit.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Is it legal in New York?
no.
Oh.
I'm sure it's pretty soon it's going to be.
They have bigger problems over there right now.
Well, this is true.
But
Yeah,
their
it's
numbers are
decriminalized
going
up there.
And that's an understatement.
Their numbers are going down while ours are going up.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they're saying it's because it's like it's making its rounds around the country. It's like, it didn't hit the entire nation all at once. It hit. They're saying that Florida's going to be the next hot spot. But it's because people are being stupid and they're not.
Florida, Louisiana, and Texas. That's
Yeah.
that's where it's hot right now.
Number one.
Arizona and California too are really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yep. But okay, wait a minute. I got to notice the drink specials on the monitor because right now I'm looking across the room and I really can't. I see who everybody is, but I can't see if you're drinking. Are you drinking anything?
Hand sanitizer.
Water.
Okay, water. We got that.
No.
Yeah, I'm drinking tea tonight. I'm taking it easy.
Actual iced tea or a Long Island?
Ooh.
No, I got I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it because I know I'll butcher it. But
Say
it's this.
Spell it.
It's green tea. I don't have it in front of me. It's a green tea where they put toasted brown rice in with the tea.
Post about that. I think it's called Genmaicha.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
love
That's
that
it.
stuff.
Never had it.
It's so good.
I've been on a kick with that for the last few weeks.
It's delicious. It's like
It's
toasted.
like a relaxing
It's
thing.
green tea brewed with toasted rice. It is so good.
Yummy.
See, I don't know.
Gives it like a little nutty flavor. It is fucking delicious.
It kind of tastes like an unsweetened super golden crisp.
I don't know. There a car pulled up right now, a Jeep,
And they were idling.
and they were idling out there. We thought, oh, someone's pulling up, and they never got out of their Jeep, and now they just took off,
And they just left. Maybe they were just texting.
or rolling a joint or something.
Or that too. This is Austin.
Eddie's here.
Could have been TABC. Be careful. Those fuckers are out.
Oh.
Well, they're going to find it.
In a Jeep?
In a Jeep.
Now, what is
They
TABC?
roll undercover.
Huh?
They roll undercover.
Okay, wait, guys. Lost in Thought wants to know what TABC is.
Educate me.
The devil.
Thank you.
Oh.
Alcohol.
Be literal.
Texas Alcohol Bureau. I don't know.
Beverage
Commission. There you go.
Beverage
Yeah.
Commission. Check it on your
They're
Google.
cops, though. They can arrest you if they want.
They're the cops of booze regulation.
Yep.
Yeah.
People have licenses in Austin because they haven't obeyed the regulations.
Yeah, they are the reason why I'm IDing World War II veterans at the store.
Supposedly, though, out of like 200 places that they went to, they only shut down 3 of them, which is either they're being really lax on restrictions or people are doing good. I don't know. I have not been bar hopping in a while.
Lax.
Yeah.
I know they shut down places here. I don't know how many because I don't care. I don't go out, so I don't care.
Okay,
But they've shut down quite a few places here in Houston.
Remember that song by April Wine? I don't care. He don't care.
Okay, I got a tiny short story. Just, I mean, it's not a work or anything.
Oh, wait, before you start that, Danimal, how many? I know the Barracuda closed down, but how many other places closed down?
Barracuda closed down off of Red River, which was like sort of a small like underground dance club that was off of Red River, that closed down. And then the place on the other side of Barracuda is like a small hip hop venue. The name eludes me at the moment, but like the Scratch House, that place closed, and then there's one other one I can't think of. And then I heard Dirty Dog closed down off of 6th Street, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, that's right.
I think they did. They did.
So there's about 5 venues that have closed down.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
And Shady Grove is gone too.
Yeah, Shady Grove. The place Janis Joplin used to perform at when she was
Threadgills.
Threadgills.
Threadgills
Yeah.
is gone.
Threadgills is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read about
Yeah,
it.
man.
One of the burlesque dancers that were here on one of the last shows was good friends with I believe with the owner of Threadgills, who knew Janis well. She told the story. I can't remember it exactly, but yeah, they had ties with her.
Kenneth Threadgill, that's the guy. But Eddie's here.
Okay, Hot Tamale, you were going to say read a piece?
Yeah, because Danimal was talking about the TABC and how like they really haven't cracked down on too many people. But I have a story, and like I said, checking IDs from like World War II veterans, I'm not too far off, unfortunately. But there was this one guy, he looked to be about in his 70s, and he brought a case of beer to my register. And I asked him for his ID. He looked me in the eye. He's like, "Young lady, how old do you think I am?" I said, "Sir, I got to check everybody. And besides, I don't think you're old enough to drink this." And then he just looked me in the eye. And he said, "What makes you say that?" I said, "Well, sir, you look like the type that'd be doing donuts in a field with a bottle of Jack." And he just started laughing his ass off. I swear.
Yeah.
And he was like, "How'd you know?" I said, "You look like the type." And he left laughing. So, win-win. And I got the ID.
No.
Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite stories because it's like, and I kid you not, when I'm at work, I'm like the way I am right now. Except a little more PG. Because
a little more customer friendly.
Yeah, I can't get raunchy at the store. Come on now.
Why you can't?
Take a wild guess, Birdman. I actually want them to keep coming back, going, that chick's crazy. No.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty much the way I am right now. Very what you see is what you get. And I really like to, like make people laugh. Oh my God, Lost in Thought shaking his tits behind the camera.
He was shaking his tits in my general direction. I don't appreciate
that.
Okay, Lost in Thought's mom, get over here on stage and do that. Come on. Hey, your mom was telling me to be nice to you. Go on.
You don't understand what we have to deal with.
Do what you were doing for Ernie B. Go ahead. No, that's
no,
that's not what
you were shaking their.
Do the tit dance. Come on.
No, you were doing you were shaking it.
No, you were literally going like this.
Okay.
He literally was.
And I was trying with all I had in me not to look.
And see,
But I could feel it.
Ms. Thompson, this is what we have to deal with. This is what we have to deal with. Backstage shenanigans like him shaking his boobs to the engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Like I don't have enough to deal with back here.
Yeah, I know. So, what do you? And see, I really wanted to. He's gonna do it again.
I think he's waiting for a drink or something, right?
Oh, okay. Honestly, I thought he was gonna break out another dance, and I was like, "Dear God, help us."
What did you order? Oh, what are the drink specials? Hey, we can say that now.
We can.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is it the usual drink specials, Patrick? Mimosas and Bloody Marys? Yeah.
He's like, I guess.
He's like, whatever.
No, it's funny because we've been streaming this from home, and out of habit, she would say the drink specials are. Oh, wait a minute, we're not the kick button.
And I'd say the drink specials are whatever you got in your fridge. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how it is up there. I haven't made a liquor order since March.
and Lost in Thought's getting his usual
and there's
frap shake that consists of chocolate, a fruit, some kind of dairy-based.
No, Danimo was saying that he hasn't made a liquor order since March, and there's still Lone Star from the last punk show.
Oh God!
I mean, there's we've been selling some to-go alcohol, and I can't say that they didn't go next door to Specs and get a few things, but the last time I made an order was like during South by.
There was one time I remember that I don't know what happened, if it was a mistake or whatever, but there was like shitloads of Lone Star, like tons of it, like somebody
probably.
And it was like all in the storage room and in the office. It was everywhere. It was like somebody double ordered or something. I can't remember what happened. It's like, what's with all that fucking beer? I mean, I know we
went through all of it.
yeah, eventually, yeah, but it was like, God damn, man.
Yeah, they gave me 10 extra cases and then told me that they weren't going to be able to pick it up for a few days. And I'm like, well, if I got to keep it through the weekend, by the time the weekend's over, half of it'll be gone. So fuck it.
To me, Lone Star is still what my dad and my uncles would drink when they would get together.
Yeah, that's old man beer.
That's Grandpa Abuelito.
Texas PBR. It tastes just like fucking PBR.
But in Austin, Lone Star is hip.
It's hipster beer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But see that.
Oh no! Anywhere else you go in the country, it's PBR.
Yeah.
Texas, it's Lone Star.
Lone Star is some shitty ass beer.
Oh no, I can't take that shit. I can't.
Thank you. Me neither.
Oh man.
Oh man.
If I drink something brewed, it's gonna be Celis.
Man, the next day.
I'm fancy.
The next day after drinking some Lone Star, never again, man.
No.
But I haven't drinking beer in 5 years, going on 6, so I don't even care no more. Y'all can have all the beer.
For me, my last morning after Dear God Never Again was Blue Moon.
That wheat beer.
That stuff was. I mean, let's just say
let's go. Chug. Reginald just slammed his drink.
Let's just say that I could still taste it the next day, and it was disgusting. No, thank you. No.
So are we ready for another
performer shot?
Yeah.
Lane dancing again?
No.
No, man. Poetry, for Christ's sake.
Okay, hosts. Who's next?
Okay, so I don't know.
You got any new shit, sis?
Do you want to come up on stage?
I do have some shit, sir.
Oh, okay.
I think he's having a good time just chilling there, just watching us be idiots.
Watching us be dorks. Oh, there you go. Good. He says he likes the dorky stuff. All right.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Okay. You've come to the right place to see live dorks.
And we have to tell you though, it's free to come in, but it's $7.50 to walk out.
$750.
Unless you stay and watch the entire show.
Yeah, if you stay till 10 o'clock, then
we charge you to leave early.
Yeah. Okay. Lost in Thought. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
I love the enthusiasm coming
He's
off
like,
of him.
"Are you ready?"
I guess. Okay, so
I am ready
that's better.
for you.
Okay, stop, please.
to
Coming
rock.
up, you're gonna end up introducing yourself. Coming up next to the stage with new shit, the majestically awkward man himself, Lost in Thought.
So this I wrote for Drinking Ink. The past is painted in pastels, condemned to one-sided doors that only open from the inside, guarded behind marble statues modeled from soldiers that only knew orders from an era of more subtle deceptions. Behind each door are rooms coated in textures, fabricated into being more lavish than the next. And here in this hallway of dreams that float in spaces that now seem lifetimes away, I remember a time that in order to be happy, you just needed to concentrate, apply your mind, and determine it into existence. Now happiness exists in between the moments, slid underneath corridors corroded with corona, and eyes that have been shut open, the rose-tinted film eroded and faded from the truths these eyes have been subjected to. The roads are burning, the streets are bleeding, and the administration is lying, creating shallow falsehoods they know we can easily see through, wanting us to tear each other down instead of directing it to where it needs to be, uniting into a fiercely determined gavel. Pummeled out of our ruptured hearts, so far have been broken in two so many times into dust. Dust we are gathering and shaping back together, because I don't know about you, but I'm tired of fashioning my heart in my sleeve, only for it to be ripped into useless shreds and fed back to me as it's being gaslit underneath the furnace. Saying I used to be happy can be destructive, allowing pieces of my body to stagnate while my head keeps escaping to those lavish vacation rooms only filled with painful nostalgia crystallized in the past. It's good to reflect. Remember the times when you were content, but to rent out these rooms, live in them as if they are your now, there's nothing but for you but to keep your feet off the ground, and doping yourself up on the crippling addiction of Cloud 9. And honestly, I haven't quite learned how to stay so grounded. I'm actually leading myself out to occupy living spaces. These are not even for the living or the dead, just ghosts in some strange limbo that can only keep balance of fleeting ropes of fancy, escaping into wounds that will never heal if I don't let it hurt and heal. Because what good am I to any cause if I'm reliving each and every step I took, now walking towards something or even away from it, just walking aimlessly without direction. In the past, I've done nothing for myself by looking so deep into reflections that have already happened. And now, I'm not only hurting myself, but everyone else. Because while going out without a mask and doing things like making out with half the items on a grocery store aisle, is stupidly putting everyone in danger. Not paying attention is just as bad. There's a freight train coming, and it's headed straight for us. You don't want to be loitering on the tracks when it arrives. It's time I look for the signs ahead, and only use the past as a way to empower, to inspire, to believe we can reach happiness again. But like everything else, that is going to take work.
All right, give it up for the words of Lost in Thought. I swear, Ernie B, it really is surreal to hear the music come out of the PA again.
It is. It's a whole different.
What does it say? What's that saying? It hits different. It hits different. That's the word. That's the word. That's the phrase.
Okay, there we have Eddie. We have, I think we have Tom Moon, but I think he just stepped away.
Men's room.
Goodwin's still there.
Yeah.
The animal's still there, but I think he stepped away. We never got a hold of Andrew. Let me try calling him one more time.
Andrew, we're still here. We're hopefully waiting on you, trying to get a hold of you.
Oh, Breezy's still there.
Lane's trying to figure out how to drink his drink and stay cool.
I don't have her video, but okay. Let me see. Let me try Andrew.
Do you see me?
Time.
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm trying to see where I'm at.
The only thing I don't like about calling people when they don't know I'm going to call them, they might not be ready. You know, what if they just got out of the shower or something? You know, like, you know what I mean?
I think one time y'all called and I was like at the grocery store checking out at the checkout aisle.
Yeah, wait, like hold on, wait.
Wait, man, I'm getting some beer and chips. Come on.
Or maybe they're washing dishes.
I was wondering one of those long lines.
Jeez.
Washing dishes.
For those of you that don't know.
of you that okay, wait. Maybe you shouldn't. Lane's mom is on.
Oh,
No, she doesn't care.
Okay. Carry on. Go ahead. Explain.
Washing dishes is code for masturbation.
What?
For him.
For him. So when he says he's busy washing dishes, that's what he was doing.
You don't want to call him at that point.
It's all right. I'll catch up with you later, man.
Jesus.
Something with
Serious shit.
he's cleaning the dirty. I don't know.
Well, I can't get a hold of Andrew. It says he's unavailable. So I tried.
Okay, wait. How many time zones is he away from us?
19.
2.
19.
He's 2 hours behind.
Okay, so it's like 7 over there.
Is he Pacific or Mountain Time?
Pacific.
Oh, okay, yeah, 2 hours then, yeah. So it's only 7:30 for him.
We just like I swear.
Shit.
Right
So when he was calling, it was probably like
6 or 5.
5:30. That's early.
Yikes. Okay. Wow. Andrew, we're still here.
I like
Lane.
I like Eddie's background that he's got going on there.
Slow down on the sanitizer, dude.
I made it myself.
Oh, you got the headset happening too. We can hear you real clear. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should be getting my machine this week, so I might be doing a better broadcast next Sunday.
As Lane walks over to the other sanitizer.
Are you getting a new computer?
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's compatible with everything finally.
Yeah, I think that's happening with a lot of people. I mean, now because they're realizing, shit, I need a better computer or a better video card or something. You know.
I waited a whole month. Did you know that there was a backup
Yes.
with Intel?
Oh, with
Like
Intel?
literally, everybody was ordering so many times, so much, and then it was literally backed up. I would have got my order probably in a week or two. It's been almost a whole month.
Webcams were almost impossible to get.
Kind of like a backlog of orders?
Yeah, back
Yep.
orders.
Yeah, huge
Because
backlog.
all of a sudden, everybody was just this huge demand. Everybody had to get online all
Everybody's
of a sudden.
doing this.
And we couldn't find webcams. You couldn't. Everyone was sold out. You know, like.
Yeah.
Speaking of backlogs, though, like I remember Monday, I was freaking out because I couldn't reach my mom, of course, and I couldn't reach anyone. So there was a majority of cell phones that were down, and a lot of it was T-Mobile, but there was it was affecting all the carriers, and you couldn't get a signal for.
Well, I never lost a signal. I'm with Mint Mobile.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds owns it.
Yeah, but it never went down. And I was thinking it was because of the whole T-Mobile and their 5G thing converting over to that. Maybe there was a major glitch, or there could have been a major hub, like a major tower that handled, because a lot of these towers will handle different companies, you know.
So it's
and
called
maybe one major hub went down and it affected a lot of people.
So it's called Mint Mobile.
I'm with Mint. Yeah,
Mint Mobile.
Me and Debbie are with Mint.
Huh.
Wow, is that cheaper? Is that like Metro PCS or something?
It's actually pretty cheap.
It's $25 a month for 3
Wow.
months.
Oh.
For 3 months, for 3 gigs, or you can pay You can pay a year in advance for $180 at $15 a month.
Can you?
Wow.
Do they offer unlimited data?
Well, you get 3 gigs for free. If you need more, you can buy more. They have different plans.
Or you can get like 8 gigs.
Check it out.
You can buy 3 gigs, 8 gigs, or 12 gigs.
See, I like unlimited data though.
I know, but see, when I was with AT&T, I was paying $180 a month for 2 iPhones, and $180 a month, and I had unlimited data. But I would look at our data usage, and between the both of us, between the 2 phones, we'd barely hit 13 gigs a month, barely. You know,
Whoa.
It was usually around 8 to 10 gigs a month. So I'm like, well, I was weighing the difference. I was like, well, you know, do I pay $180 a month or do I pay 20
Not
bucks
me.
a month?
With as much streaming as I do in my phone and as much music I listen to. I mean, not right now with the quarantine, it may not matter, but once that's over.
Yeah, but you have Wi-Fi at home though, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter right now because the quarantine. But once the quarantine is over, then
Well, technically it is, but people are still staying home.
Streaming music doesn't really use as much as you think. It's when you stream video.
Video, that takes
Video
a lot
will eat it up real fast.
I use a lot of video. Netflix, Hulu.
Well, then
When he's washing
then
dishes.
continue to pay out your ass then. Otherwise, you know,
While you wash dishes.
pay $15 a month and deal with it.
I mean, yeah, because I like because you know Netflix, Hulu, RedTube.
I just got a follow request from
No one
an
got that
ultra conservative guy.
Really?
I kind of want to send him on Instagram. I just kind of want to send him a message. Sir, are you lost?
Oh damn! Hey,
Yeah, he's definitely lost if
Who,
if he's looking for my account.
who's next?
Okay.
can
Okay,
go
so
next.
let me see. Right now we have 20 minutes till our usual ending time. Does anyone have any new shit that they want to regal
Well, it
us?
doesn't have to be new.
I do.
New shit,
I have
old
some-
shit, standard
Do.
I have
shit,
some old
I
new
got
shit
something.
and new shit.
hot shit.
All right. Well, hold on. Let's bring him up.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Who am I bringing up?
Birdman.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
And who else? Somebody else.
Oh, there go the
Somebody
police.
else, right?
It's Airport Boulevard. You're gonna see police.
Yeah, I gotta use the restroom again. Damn.
Alrighty, damn, man.
I don't know.
Damn.
I'm not used to being live.
Yeah,
you know?
and
because when I would do live shows, I'd get used to holding it for a long time because I'm working, but I'm out of shape.
But see, when we were at home, the bathroom was
Hey,
right
my mom used
next to.
Well, no, I gotta work out the old bladder, you know, because
My mom used to tell me, "You're like a pregnant woman."
Also,
but see, I was
You
used
got
to
the
doing
bladder
shows.
of a pregnant woman.
I was used to doing shows, so I'd just wait till the end of the night. But it's been 4 months, so I'm out of shape. I'm used to just going whenever I want, so I got to get back into that. Okay, you can't go until the show's over. Okay.
Okay,
Al-
Lane,
And on that note,
also
do you want to bring up Birdman or do you want me to?
the super.
no, you go ahead and bring him up.
Okay. Okay. All right, coming up next, live to the virtual Kick Butt stage. From Houston, we have Birdman 313.
Yeah. This is a new poem. I wrote this like 2 weeks ago, maybe less time than that. It was for a program that I'll be doing tomorrow night out in San Francisco. It's called Ghetto America.
All right.
Rising from the rumble to give birth to a new breed that makes music that is close to the heart. Poetry with the words that are meaningful, inspirational, and presents a new mindset. Philosophers break down street life with understanding. There are struggles and strife with broken homes of people working hard just to maintain a dollar. The street artists stand and try to rise from poverty. Stop daydreaming about a better life. The ghetto is emulated by many who think this is fashion and style. Forget those who have the desire to see something different while they are growing up at a time as time passes by. Unemployment raises up the welfare numbers. Clothes hang from the windows, fire escapes and balconies. Music blares from speakers in the windows. For a lot of people, home is where the music beats and rhythm bring people together. The heartbeat of the ghetto becomes deeply ingrained into the hearts and minds of ghetto America. Thank you.
Woo! All right, give it up for
Nice.
Birdman 313.
Oh.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Always. Yeah, Ernie's not back yet. As I haven't heard the urinal flush yet.
Oh no.
Ernie, come on, man.
When duty calls. When duty
There he
calls.
is. Here he comes.
Yeah.
Ándale, ándale.
He showed up for one appointment, then had two appointments.
There he is. All right, give it up for Birdman 313. I need to be careful, or
Hey, man,
he's gonna shut off my mic.
I had to go, man. My bladder's out of shape.
I'm sure the water-like consistency of those Bud Lights doesn't help either.
I'm actually not drinking very many of those tonight.
It's bread in a glass.
No, I'm actually drinking more whiskey, but no, you know what it really is? I had a large sweet tea before I got here.
Yeah, blame the sweet tea.
No, that's throwing me off. Hey, shut up, Dan.
Well, that's good.
So,
That's good.
you guys,
Fucking
if you don't
beer
mind,
snob. Dan was a fucking beer snob.
Hey, Ernie, I'm a beer snob too.
Yeah, but you
I
don't
mean,
drink.
Eh,
You drink like one beer every 6 months.
depending on the situation, man, I can lower my my snobbery. You know, I'll drink a Lone Star if all the other beers are $7 or $8 at some concert that I'm at. I'll do it.
I'll never drink a Lone Star again.
I'd do that before Bud Light.
Dude,
I'm not a beer
Lone Star
snob. I
gives me
just
the
don't like to
shits.
drink
I'm
tea.
sorry, it does. Because it's got a lot of sugar in it.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm gonna go Rain Man. Okay,
Hey, so
I
it's
had
not
to hear
pleasant in the
that.
morning.
Gross.
Jack and Coke.
See, the
well,
Jack and Coke
for
used
you
to be my
guys,
drink.
before I go,
Yes, but separate. I'll drink a shot of Jack with a Coke chaser.
We have our audience member, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Yes.
our audience
Mr.
member,
J-Rock.
J Rock. He's in
Yes.
the house.
Yeah,
Hold on.
he was recommending Jack and Coke, and I was like, okay, Jack, yes, Coke, yes, but not together. Here, look, you gotta focus in. There he is. There's our audience. Woo! Yeah. And I was like, I can do a shot of Jack with a Coke chaser. Danimal schooled me on that, and Danimal's a really good drinking buddy because
Yes.
I didn't even have to ask, and he brought me a Coke chaser. I was like, beautiful.
So hot tamale, Ernie B.
Oh, what? Don't. Oh shit.
No, Jack and Coke used to be actually my drink of choice,
I can't-
but I was getting too much sugar. I haven't had Coke or any Coke like soft drinks
He really hasn't.
in like 3 years now.
Almost 4 or 5.
Almost 4 years.
Yeah.
And what was happening? Oh, there's Tom Moon. He's back. And what was happening is I'd get drunk and then I'd stay awake because all the caffeine from the Coke. So
Yeah.
it didn't help. So I was like, no, I better slow down on this shit.
So no, you know that was right.
Yeah, that was the commercial.
Marsha says tequila.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't drink tequila.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
I'm a whiskey chick. Sorry. It's Jim or Jack, but not Johnny.
No.
I love
That's pretty
I
whiskey.
love whiskey
I
and
don't-
tequila equally.
I wake up in the morning not remembering what happened with holes in the wall. What happened there?
Oh.
Okay. When I drink tequila, I go running. That's not a good
Whoa.
idea.
Tom Moon, what are you enjoying there?
Kombucha, organic kombucha. It is beautiful.
Oh, there
It
you
is ginger lemonade. Kombucha, baby.
There you go.
But this-
That's naturally fermented.
It's
Yeah, I love that.
naturally
Natural.
fermented.
Didn't we have some poets in the house? I mean, Reggie and beautiful, wonderful Breezy Love. Weren't they here for poetry?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I got
lost
two
Breezy.
people.
Uh-oh, my
She's
iPad.
here. Breezy's right here.
Yeah,
You did too.
I got two pieces.
Sorry to miss you, Reggie. I've got
Reggie,
the
do you have
one.
any more for us?
Yeah, well, I'll go after Breezy if she's ready.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready. I'm gonna go ahead and go,
Okay,
and I'm gonna do it lady type.
Ernie, why don't
So
you introduce Breezy?
Double duty waist.
I got a lot of shit to do over here.
Wow.
Forget the
Okay,
word.
Ernie, that's just cold.
I'm doing video. I'm doing live.
Everyone, let's hear it for Miss Breezy Love.
I'm doing live
Yeah.
videos. I'm doing live audio, and I'm managing and lighting.
All right, bitch and moan.
all right,
No, okay.
all right,
So, hold on, let me
everybody. I'm gonna leave you guys here with 2 poems,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hit the bed.
Okay. One
I've
sec.
had a long day.
We'll bring you in. Hold on.
We already
Okay.
introduced
Yeah,
her.
because I was just giving them a hard time.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the virtual Kick Butt Spoken and Heard stage, we have Breezy Love. Ouch!
Hey, so I'm gonna do 2 quick poems for you guys because I gotta be up early in the morning and get some beauty sleep in. So since I was talking about the gyrating and all the love, I'm gonna go ahead and do Fearless Love. Fearless love, like some spell passed down from the African matriarchs. It is that you who dons the crown. You found a way to my heart, and in a trance, center and stage, the crowd watches as I dance. Far from intimidations, I gyrated just for you, until you brought your spear to a vibration, making your territorial mark, opening my veiled heart. I gyrated fearlessly as you captured me, forbidding separation, yet you came for me. Fearlessly, I submitted and committed adultery. I gyrated fearlessly as you captured me. Within your territorial wars, it seemed to be a battle. I cried out for you, but my dance was more now like a rattle, for fear had almost raped me. However, your strength would fight for me, and you would free me. How almost laid me down to rest. Here I was waiting. I was waiting patiently. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was a sudden boom. And there you were, gyrating for me, my warrior. Here we are, standing undefeated until the end. Fearless love.
Sorry, sis.
Set. One more to go?
That's where
One more to go?
That's where everybody claps and goes, yay.
All right. I like when Tamale does it. Whoa!
Okay.
Yes, hot.
Oh, no. I do apologize because I was fanning a bug and Lawson thought said, sorry, sis. And I was like, did you just fart? I think
No!
he just farted
No.
up here. Dude.
Yeah, we have the door open.
Oh my God.
Real?
I'll do the last one here for you guys, and then I'm going to mosey on and get out of here soon, right? But I want to say I love you guys. Most definitely, whenever we can make it over to the cafe, I will definitely do so.
We're going to be doing it every Sunday now from here.
Bring your masks, and we have sanitizer.
Really?
Okay?
All
So
right.
this one's called Deceiving Wisdom, dedicated to Lonnie Hicks. You asked me the day and year and time of my arrival. I deny you full fact, yet you quote May 4th, 1922, the time unknown. You asked me from where did I discover the fountain? What was the proximity of my travels? I denied to answer you. My undenying appeal shocks you into shudders, and you tremble and you quiver. Tranquility was seen to flow and answer all the questions. You asked me, how did I know the sensations delivered through the great-grandfather and great-grandmother? The love, the envy, and the beauty it permitted. Lifetimes of jitters and flutters, sometimes in moments found within an hourglass. Seems like illusions trapped in a deception. Tasked to reveal all these truths, I sit back and I giggle and I laugh. My laughter, you say, never descends. It's true, because I know no more than you. Is it really wisdom? Deceiving wisdom.
All right, give it up for the words of Breezy Love.
I like.
See,
I like her MySpace pillow back there.
Look,
Me
Give me
space.
space.
give me space.
Give me space. Okay.
MySpace.
Give me space.
I actually.
Well, I will say,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and say, I will stay so I can hear Reginald's poems.
Reggie,
Okay?
yeah. We love Reggie.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay, wait. Go ahead, Ernie B. Go ahead. Give us some stinger. All right, coming up next to the live virtual spoken and heard stage, give it up for Reggie Goodwin.
Thank you. So to give you a preface, this one is old new shit. I actually wrote it to my granddaughter when we started the shelter in place. And our nickname for her, since her name is Ryan Avery, is Rye Bear. So in these scary times of near invisible things that sequester us indoors where we cannot hear birds sing, know that I wash my hands 20 seconds each and every time I store every photo of your growing. You make me smile as my ray of sunshine. I wanted to be there for your first birthday, your first recital, your first poem, and father-daughter dance. But in case I don't make it and never get that chance, I leave you, my only granddaughter, with the words of Winnie the Pooh to Piglet. If ever there is a tomorrow where we are not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. If there ever comes a day when we can't be together, keep me in your heart. I'll stay there forever. And I will look at those images as my last view. For you see, your great grandfather on his last breath did the same for me.
Hey, Reggie, yes, beautiful.
Hey.
All right, give it up for
But
Reggie Goodwin.
I have one more and I'm done.
Oh wait, Ernie, he's got one more. Woo,
I,
sorry about
I
that.
just
Sorry
have
about
one.
that.
No, it's okay. I have one more. This was about the Clandemic last night, which I didn't watch. I call it Full Circle. Molech's altar has never been so filled with the faithful people, thrilled by the amorous chill up their spines of being in the presence of their orange god. If looks could kill. Signing waivers as they pass through his flaming corona arms to savor his off-scripted logorrhea, a kind of diarrhea of the mouth, foul and vile conjurings of word feces, tribal hatred of the other, smothering themselves in the gaseous plumes of R-naught transmissions like flatulence, insanity, emissions with every shout, every scream, near open graves filled by descendants of former slaves and former residents of Black Wall Street. Darwin and karma intervenes, the exponential spreader event for QAnon, Al Qaeda, and the fascist few. Intubation before spreading fresh reciprocal graves post Juneteenth, post Tulsa, from sea to shining sea.
Woo!
All right, give it up for Reggie Goodwin.
And I'm so happy it was a flop for him.
Yeah,
Oh, amen.
one of many.
Yeah.
I
There's this
honestly,
Miss Thompson.
there's this
Miss
page.
Thompson said, "I really like this one."
all right.
That was for
I
you,
caught,
Mr. Goodwin.
I caught the tail end of it, but I always love Reggie's work, though.
There's a page on Facebook called Now This Politics, and
I follow that.
they have someone that live fact checks every time he gives a speech.
Really?
And really the only way I can sit there and like watch a whole speech by him is having someone there like fact checking just to, you know, sort of keep you sane while you're listening to him spew all that bullshit.
Is this really happening?
And what's the site called, Animal?
It's just a
Now
Facebook
This.
group. It's called Now This Politics.
What politics?
Now,
Now this politics.
Now,
You got it.
Another really good page is called Y'all Qaeda. Y'all Qaeda. It is excellent. They're pretty much on top of everything. All of my favorite anti-Trump memes are usually from Y'all Qaeda.
All right.
Nice.
Who haven't we heard from yet?
Oh shit. Myself. I don't really have anything.
Eddie.
Yeah, I really don't have anything. I can read something probably.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and read some.
Lane.
All right. Hold on. Let's see.
I'm trying to get Lane to actually do his job. Go ahead.
Ha!
Come on, Lane.
What is it? What am I gonna read? Let's see.
Oh, wait,
He's not ready yet,
Wait, he's choosing.
He's going through the massive vault of. Oh, do you see how he came in through the? It looked like he just appeared through the background.
And see, the bad thing is now is when Ernie was saying that we gotta watch what we play or sing now because of the copyright, the licensing, the strikes. Every so often, I feel like singing a snippet, but I feel like now I'm gonna get shot down. So
Sabrina,
I don't want that to happen.
Sabrina said, "Thanks, Reggie." Marsha Thompson clapped and said, "It's true. If I what? Hold on. It's true, and I understand the fact checker. I love it."
Yeah.
There you go. Oh. Just to let everyone know that Lost in Thought's mom has been watching the show since we started.
Yep.
Tonight, so.
Nice.
Such
Well, what do you expect?
patience.
She's in Rochester.
Ernie, oh my God!
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I mean, it's not like South Texas. Oh, okay.
No, that's bad. That's bad.
That's stepping a little dangerously.
Deep South Texas. A lot of people in South Texas. Oh, is that anywhere near Dallas? No.
No. My favorite. Oh, isn't San Antonio close to Mexico? No. I'm like, you gotta drive another 200 miles, sugar.
Well, that's nothing compared to what Trump didn't know.
Uh-oh.
According to Bolton's tell-all book.
What did he say?
I can't remember, but he's like he didn't know where certain countries were.
Well, that's a big duh.
All right, you ready,
What?
Eddie?
Okay.
Eddie is ready. My battery is running low. Hold on, give me a second.
We'll bring you in.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
You got to talk as fast as Lost in Thought.
And now introducing Eddie. Eddie Navarro.
Eddie.
Woo. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah.
And by the way, you are full screen now.
Oh, cool. Okay. So this is a little something I wrote. I guess it's kind of towards it's like being in a pandemic, but I've been in a long ongoing custody dispute, so it's been like a pandemic for the last 4 years, and quarantine, the whole bit. So, and that's just mostly my side and my daughter's side, kind of in captive. But it's called "Feels Like an Eternity." Feels like an eternity since I've seen your face with the green vines in the empty streets, or overgrowing, losing grace. I feel like I'm fading over you, praying for the vines to wither away. Our captors of toxicity shut me down the rabbit hole, a free-falling void of obscurity. And to the future you, the demon wouldn't let you see. Antichrist stole the seeds. Searching so long to catch a breath, praying to hold you tight, shelter you from the storm. That we've been fighting in what feels like an eternity to set you free again. To set you free, to fly with me, to set you free, to hold you tight and safe, and cry with you, fly with me. Higher vibrations, trying with me, leave it all behind, fly with you. That's it. That's it.
Oh,
And now
Yeah.
introducing Eddie Navarro.
So that has a lot to do. Yeah, that was the one.
Man, yeah.
Oh, you have another one?
Well, yeah, I got a shit ton of them from 1990.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
19. I was 10.
Holy shit.
And I bet you he still talked the same. He was still talking about Golden Girls.
1990, I just came off a tour for the third time. Yeah, I just
1990, I had just moved out of the house. I was 21.
I
Wow.
was 5 years old.
Yeah, I was 3? Yep. I had just come back, or I was on the road, probably for the third time. I left at a very young age, at 16.
I honestly didn't get homesick once. I don't get it. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Eddie.
It's just funny that I wrote this 12/12/91, right? And it's actually called "Take Off Your Mask."
Oh.
No way.
Oh, wow.
Strangely enough. Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, here it goes. Is it you? Is it me? You say you really care. You don't care personally. Why do you do the things you do so well? Take off your face so I can see. So sorry you just gave yourself away. I don't know yesterday. I don't only know today. I only know you. That is why I say, take off your face so I can tell you what. Take it off so I could tell you why. Reveal or someone will do it for you. Please take it off so I can show you. So I should say goodbye to all your lies. Yeah. And it's kind of symbolic in what's happening now in a lot of ways, because people are wearing masks, and they've been wearing masks for years, but now you're physically wearing masks. So.
Yep.
Well, I think a lot of people.
It used to just be a metaphor. Now it's literal.
Well, I think a lot of people. Well, yeah, but I think people like especially in China, were wearing masks because of the pollution. The smog is so bad, And,
LA.
And believe me, I lived in LA in 1983, and when I got off the plane, my chest literally hurt. When I got in the cab, I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" It was the smog. It was really fucking bad. And, but then the Olympics came to LA and they cleaned that up a lot. But now people are wearing masks for a different reason, because they don't want to die.
I think the worst city when I was growing up, and I know Ernie can relate to this, was Gary, Indiana.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, I heard it hasn't improved much.
You said the G word.
Oh God. Oh man, I know we used to go to Chicago, and even if you had the windows up, my dad would turn the air conditioner off in the car just to try to speed through. And they had
just stay on I-90 and just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, no, Gary ain't no place you want to be.
Yeah, for real.
Isn't that where the Jacksons are from?
Yeah, they're from Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
Really?
Cool. Very industrialized town, but
yeah.
But kind of, I don't know, man. It was very poor planned. The way it's laid out, it's ugly. It's an ugly town. It just does not.
Yes, it is.
It's you don't want to be there.
Ernie, is it like Mercedes?
No.
Worse?
You have no clue.
Okay. Well,
You have no clue.
There you go. Okay, carry on.
But,
okay. So, what time is it? I actually saw. Oh shoot!
It's only 10.
10:06.
This has actually been an interesting little.
It has been
experiment, because see right now, I mean, I can see Ernie turned around the monitor, so I can see everything that's going on with everybody calling.
Well, I'm going to work it out so I can have it full screen next time, so it's bigger.
Nice.
I can only do it so much for right now, but you know, again, this is the first time we're doing it from here, so.
Hey,
and
if
like,
you get a projector, you could put people calling on the projector
that's
screen.
kind of what we were thinking
Okay,
about.
this is the idea I had, Daniel.
All right, here we go.
The problem with the projector is you have to pull the screen down, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking for the future, like when we bring bands in, that screen gets in the way. What if we get two monitors like the ones behind the bar, and mount one on each side of the stage instead?
Oh yeah.
You know, like on little arms.
Almost like an LED screen at a concert.
Yeah, on each side, aiming down a little bit. It'll look better. They'll be brighter, you know, and they'll be out of the way. Just an idea. Just an idea. It just hit me today. And
Oh, and Danimal. Okay, and also I actually had a brainstorm before you joined us. I think Kick Butt needs jingles.
Yeah.
I knew he'd get into it. No, I mean Ernie had an idea for like a jingle for the punk rock crowd. You know,
kick butt, kicks your butt.
You know, just
nice.
Even when it comes out of your butt.
You know, like at the end of a promo commercial, then we could like have the jingle attached to it. And trust me and Ernie have done that before, so we're volunteering our services for a small fee, of course.
Of course.
$8,000.
$8,000.
We're joking.
It's a discount.
Lane. Oh God, he's so literal. Tell you.
$9,000.
Okay, does anybody else have anything they want to read before? Because we're getting to that hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, could I read?
Oh, is that Tom?
Mr. Moon would like to.
Lane.
I really would. This
From
is
the
the
guard.
Hold on.
Wait. We're gonna introduce you.
Master of the Now, introducing Tom Moon.
Up to now, up to tonight, the virus stole my venues. The poets we love to meet. Some of us at Meetup, some on Facebook sites, but no space exists that is open tonight for our craft apart from this one. Every space is virtual. How share we our art? Our speech is conversation. Some of it is song. We like to get our other poets to sing along, but now libraries and coffee shops are offline, and they do not know when they can open or what times. So we meet on Zoom and Skype. Some use Google too. Facebook Live for a very talented few, but most of us know exactly what we want to do. We're safe to meet again, don't you? We are waiting, not waiting for the rebirth of wonder. We are waiting for the virus to go, waiting for this plague to lift, waiting for an effective vaccine, waiting for togetherness, waiting for effective leadership, waiting for proactive policies, waiting to safely fly again. But our time is slower now. We have given world time out now, while vaccines were being developed now. Remdesivir and dexamethasone not enough. Hydrochloroquine to spare to the side effects. We do not need any more deaths. We do not need a second wave. We do not need a flu outbreak. We need healthy, hale, hearty, poetry citizens, all of clear and cogent information, so we may celebrate our lives together again. That's us, folks. That's it.
There I am. All right, give it up for Tom Moon Bird, master of the ad lib.
Edgy.
Eddie.
Love y'all.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm seeing some flashing over there.
Sabrina Hicks gave Eddie an upside down smiley face.
Oh, sweet.
And,
what does that mean?
And Marsha Thompson said you guys are doing a great job.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, Lane's mom.
Thank you, Mom.
Hey, look, I just realized that if you put a kitchen cabinet right next to you, it's like you're peeking in the middle of it.
Which Which one of us?
Does she what?
Huh?
Oh,
I missed that.
What?
You just
Some-
realized that what? We didn't hear what you said.
oh, it was just if you put like a kitchen cabinet in front of you, you can kind of peek it in the middle of the screen.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you're slipping in and out there, yeah. So I noticed that earlier. You just all of a sudden just appeared, like, oh shit.
Okay, so
Right.
we're probably coming to the end of the show right now.
Yep.
That's
Not unless somebody has something that.
No, Ernie. It's 10:06.
No,
I do.
No,
I got more.
Lost in Thought. Lost in Thought.
Oh, he has
has
to
a
go. Okay.
Lost in Thought has a curfew because he is still telecommuting, but I, on the other hand, have another day off. Yay!
Yep.
Yeah, we're probably going to go home and continue to consume alcohol. Well, I am anyway. And sing
Nice.
karaoke till the sun comes up.
That's what I like to do. I like to sing because see, I've been wanting to sing tonight, but seeing as we're broadcasting live, I don't want to get hit with copyright.
Sing an original song that you had.
And if you guys didn't know, they had just started doing karaoke here at Kick Butt on Monday nights.
Really?
The metal karaoke.
Yeah, metal and punk karaoke. And they had just started doing it, and people were just starting to come out, and then boom, coronavirus.
And then boom, COVID.
Damn it.
Shit.
You know.
but this is the first one of the live, and it's a wonderful way to birth the new. Congratulations.
I'm willing to do it, and I'm willing to stay masked because I want to sing. Damn it.
Yep. Danimal, do you have any parting words as the bar manager of?
Does Danimal have any dude wisdom?
Be safe.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
That was deep, man.
No,
That
just
was
be safe,
heavy, man.
and
That was really heavy.
be safe. We're gonna hopefully, depending on how things go, we might possibly have some actual shows and things like in August, but we're probably not gonna do any shows in July because numbers are sort of rising right now, and normally to do any show good, you have to book it at least a month in advance, and we went from having a whole calendar full of months worth of stuff booked, it's all gone. And with the uncertainty, I don't want to book out a bunch of stuff, so we're just slow, but hopefully August we'll be able to somewhat get back to normal, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Until then, be safe, and
that's why we're doing this to kind of work it in a little bit,
kind of
gradually, a little bit of baby steps, baby steps, and
and this is the babyest of baby step right now.
we actually had 2 spectators.
Yes.
We had what's his name again?
J-Rock.
J-Rock has been here all night.
Yes, and Maggie was here.
And Maggie was here and performed. And then we had somebody else that came in, bought a drink, watched us for a little bit, but then they left. So
about 30 seconds.
Yeah, but hey, it's a start.
Hey,
that's
somewhere,
it's a
man.
start.
And I will say it again. Remember, people, while we're open, you can order online, Uber Eats, DoorDash,
and Grubhub. And like I said, when you take that first bite of sandwich, it's like Tom Goring's in the room.
As if Tom is in the room. And Birdman, maybe they can get a drone to deliver your sandwiches over there. That'd be cheaper that way.
Well,
or I might have to come there and get a hotel and have them bring it to the hotel.
Yeah, because if they send a drone all the way to Houston, they'd probably have to recharge in Brenham.
Birdman, if you come to Austin, bring your bass.
Yeah.
Bring your bass.
Oh, there you go.
Man, you're gonna have to throw down some bass solo up here.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
I'm still in the infantry stage, but hey, I'm gonna do it one day.
All right.
Yeah, man. Well, keep at it, man. As long as you enjoy doing it, man, that's all that matters.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
should I do the thing?
Let's do the thing.
Okay, you have been witness to the best, the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and heard live every Sunday night at Kick Butt Coffee, Music, and Booze. It's not just an open mic, it is a show, not a show without each and every one of you, including you, J-Rock. Thank you and good night.